Yeah. And we're live. We are live right now.
Yeah, yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Woo! All right, good show, guys. Good show.
That's it.
What's up?
Talk some shit, man. I don't know. Was it talking about shit, right? That's what
Talking about shit. Listen, I debated on this name for an hour this morning, and I'm not good at coming up with names. I'm not.
I told you.
Coming up with my daughter's name, like she came up with it. I just was like, nah, that's a stupid name. Stupid name.
I told you, Smoke. I told you, chicken and beer or beer and pizza, anything, man.
That would have been perfect, man. I remember that was a movie back in the day called like Chicken and Porn or something like that.
We can always change it. It is up for negotiation.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Where you from, Kenneth?
I almost called it just a podcast. I just almost called it a fucking podcast.
Just podcast. That's it.
But I figured, I'll give it another name.
Yeah, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man.
Oh, okay, Baton Rouge. All right. Shit. Hey, man. Hey, Smoke, you in Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Got you. I know I'm in Maryland, D.C. now.
Oh, okay.
Same old shit,
Okay.
It is what it is, man. So what news items, what you want to talk about, Kenneth, man? What's going on, man? How the ladies in Baton Rouge, man?
Oh, man. Not too good. Not too. No, I'm just kidding. I go to LSU, so it got those college honeys.
Oh, so, yeah. You all right? You doing all right there?
Yeah, definitely.
I remember them days. Co-eds, yeah. Yes, sir. Come on, Smoke, man. What's up, baby?
Give me something to talk about. What happened in the news today? Man, I tell you what, this morning I had people pissed. I lost some Twitter followers this morning because
what you do?
I was talking, and they just a couple people unfollowed me. This one guy unfollowed me, and you know what? I like this dude's videos and stuff, and he unfollowed me this morning because he got sensitive because apparently some YouTuber died today with like 250,000 subs.
Now he has almost half a mil. I mean, half a mil.
He died because he was drunk driving, and he tried to outrun a fucking train, and he died. And I just said, man, I don't feel sorry for you if you get in a car and you get hit by a fucking train because you're drunk trying to outrun it. You did that shit to yourself. I wasn't bashing the guy. I mean, I was pretty nice about it. But everybody's talking about it. I'm just putting my 2 cents in. Like, why y'all feeling sorry for a guy? I mean, it's not like he got cancer and fucking just fell over dead, and it's sad. I mean, he could have lived. All he had to do was stay the fuck home and not drink.
He couldn't do it, man. It's a sickness. Don't you know alcohol is a sickness? He has a disease, Smokey. Where's your fucking compassion?
Here's the fucked up part. This dude, somebody put a commentary that he did like September 30th. He just got out of jail for a DUI. He's in the commentary talking about, I made mistakes and I'm going to learn from my mistakes. And then he dies like not even a month later in a drunk driving accident. I mean...
Here's the thing I never understood, and I'm not trying to talk ill about those that have passed away or anything, but when are we in this country going to get more serious about laying the hammer down on stuff like this? I mean, driving DUIs, that's a serious thing. I mean, people's families' lives get destroyed by these drunk drivers. If this guy's already been arrested, why is he already back on the road again? I mean, we got to enforce. It's not the enforcement of the laws. We got to stick it to these guys. You can't just give them a little slap on the wrist and, hey man, I better not catch you drinking and driving. That guy's gonna do it again. Why wouldn't he?
It's because everybody's so sensitive and wants to help everybody. Like, if you get in a car drunk and try to outrun a train, you're stupid. That's just no offense to the guy. I don't know who he was, but I mean, if I did a news story in the news about this, I would say the same thing. And these motherfuckers thought it was funny when it's a random guy in the news, but when it's somebody they know, oh man, no, you can't say that. Fuck you, I'll say what I want. Unfollow me, you'll come back.
Fuck 'em.
You'll be back.
You know that's how it is. Until it touches home, nobody gives a shit, man. They just
exactly. Nobody cares about all them dead kids in Syria. When they shoot up a school with 27 in there.
Right.
Oh my God! Take the guns away. Go crazy.
And that's another thing I wanted to bring up about, and when I watch, I see Smokey videos like Smokey's and videos like yours, Tim. You know, about all these just crazy things that happens to children and women all the time. And this thing happens with Adrian Peterson's 2-year-old son, and then the whole internet goes crazy. Everything blows up. It's, you know, it's trending, everything. And it's like, I just seen a guy do a video about a lady getting caught with a dead baby in her purse for shoplifting. Like, it happens all the time. I mean, literally every day. But like you say, when it touches, when it touches your favorite football player who doesn't know anything about you and doesn't care 2 cents about you, now it's a big deal. Right. Where were you when all these other stories are coming out? You know, it's ridiculous.
That's normal though for people to not. Right. I mean, if you don't know someone, how could you care that they died? I mean, it's just not how humans are. Right. You can be sad about it, but you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm not gonna cry to know you.
Well, no. I'm not saying about crying. I'm just saying that, you know, they're so super concerned and they're like, oh, I can't even believe something like this could happen, and you know, those type of tweets.
That's just because the news told them to be concerned, and there's so many people that listen to that. That's why everyone's so scared of guns. They think there's really like people aren't getting shot. I go outside all the time and I don't see people getting shot. It's not as crazy as the news makes it out to be.
Well, it depends on where you are. You know, if you're in the south side of Chicago.
Well, move. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, you can't move. It's not that simple, you know.
You can walk your ass right on out of there. I promise you. You may, I mean, sell everything you own, get the fuck out, or die. I mean,
that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. They're dying. I mean,
that's all like.
But that's another discussion for another day, though.
Education that they don't give people. Like dumb people kill each other and try to outrun trains and do stupid shit. Smart people don't do shit like that. People with education know better than to try to outrun a train or to go out and start shooting each other over fucking shoes and the stupid shit I read all the time. Did you read about that, Tim, when the guys shot up, they stand in line at 5 a.m. for the new Nike sneakers and somebody started shooting, and these motherfuckers just stayed in line while the guy's shooting people and fucking, I mean, damn, go home. It's a pair of shoes. If you're lining up for shoes, you got problems.
They was in that line for like 12 hours. They're like, fuck that. I ain't going home. I'm staying. I'm getting my shoes.
12 hours for some shoes.
And as I think about it, didn't they shoot that dude and kill him?
When I read it, they were in critical condition, but
Okay.
I only read one article. I didn't follow up on it.
Okay, yeah, because there's been a couple stories like that. One guy, he tried to rob them, and they were strapped too, so they shot his ass. And that's what you get, man. That's what you get. I mean, I'm in line. They've been sleeping. You know how they do, man. They sleep on the fucking sidewalk, Smoke. Fuck, I'm not getting. You know, if I'm gonna be in line all night, all morning, raining and shit, it's cold, and some motherfucker want to come up and rob me? Oh shit, man.
I'm not standing in line for. I don't think there's anything in line like. Maybe if Scarlett Johansson was giving out blowjobs, I'd stand in line for that. I'm one of the first people. I don't want to be the last guy in that line.
We have a little rotation going on.
I want a tent set up front row. I want to be the first guy in there. I don't want to be like the 100th guy that she sucked off. So I'd be in a tent sitting outside for that.
Anything else, huh?
I go out and get Call of Duty every year at midnight, and there's like fucking dudes that been out in line since 6 p.m. Just standing out there. Dudes set up with a tent and a grill. There's a fucking Walmart.
What?
There's a Walmart right over there. You got a grill set up like you ain't gonna eat for days. Fucking please. I go down there at like 12:30. I go every year with Shaggy. We go down there at like 12. We leave the house at midnight. We don't leave the house at like 9, 10 because by the time you get there, the line's already started to go down. You just sit in the car and listen to music, wait for the line to go down and get in the back of it. Don't stand in the back of that giant-ass line. It's way over there. It's way, every time I go, it's way over there.
Yeah. Now I understand it when they do it for like the Black Friday or whatever. I understand that because sometimes the guys that do it, they're buying shit that's going to run out. Do they ever run out of?
Never.
Fuck it,
then. Because they pre-ordered it before, so they have just enough copies, and then only the people that pre-ordered it can get access to it that night, so they're not going to run out.
You get some good deals, though. You get some fucking, you get a cheap TV, shit like that.
Okay.
I've never been though, because people are like stepping on each other and like going crazy over.
Yeah, they'll kill you. They'll kill you.
My brother went one year and said people was freaking out because they had hand towels for like 10 cents. Like, it's a fucking towel. Like,
The last time I went to a Black Friday was at Walmart, and I promise you, the reason I won't go back, I literally seen a lady with a baby fighting for a vacuum cleaner with a grown man. It was she had the baby in one hand and she was reaching. It was just like, you know, like in the Bible they have that story where the people were trying to touch Jesus or whatever. You would have thought the vacuum cleaner was Jesus, because she was just stretching out and had the baby. I was like, oh my God, you gonna kill this kid for a vacuum cleaner?
She needed that vacuum cleaner, man. She needed that vacuum cleaner, man. That's her life right there, baby. She needed that shit.
Bitch
she got roaches and
probably
shit.
ain't cleaned her floor in a year. She got
Right.
she couldn't afford. Some people can't afford a vacuum cleaner.
I'm trying
So
to tell you, man.
how much was the vacuum cleaner?
And you know what?
It wasn't too. It was one of those crappy deals. It was probably gonna break on you in 6 months anyway.
But you know what though? That's a good point, man. Because fucking vacuum cleaners are a ripoff, man.
Oh, they break all the time. I gotta buy
break
one
all
for a
the
few
fucking
months.
time, man.
It's like you can't even keep a good like. I got probably about 3 of those suckers in my utility room right now.
Right.
Like it's like a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you.
I've always wanted to buy one of them Dysons, but they're so expensive, and I'm like, well, fuck, it's just gonna break anyway.
Exactly.
But then again, I'm like, well, will it break like the cheaper ones because it's expensive? But it probably will. I don't want to spend $250 on a vacuum cleaner, even though unless it's gonna last for years. Like if it's a beast vacuum cleaner, Dyson.
Dysons are like $500, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the ball on it.
I seen one for $250 at Walmart.
Oh, for real? Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. They're expensive though.
Yeah,
They're supposed to be good vacuums though. But are they gonna break after a fucking month like these other ones? You suck something in it the wrong way, and it's just like.
Yeah. And then you think about it, vacuum cleaners aren't that complicated of technology. I mean, I don't understand how they can't keep the things working. They're like, you know.
They don't want to. They want you to come back.
Yeah.
They don't want it to work. They want you to come back and buy 2 more of them motherfuckers, man.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I got stuff on my carpet right now I want to vacuum, but my vacuum cleaner's broken. I guess I need to go to Black Friday in a few weeks and fight for that vacuum cleaner with that lady.
Oh, shit. Nah, think about it. There was this guy hiring homeless people to stand in line. What was that for? Was that for Call of Duty?
Wait, what?
He was hiring. They had these guys like he hired a bunch of homeless motherfuckers, and the homeless motherfuckers was standing in line for like a day and shit. And he like paid. He said, "I'm gonna pay you, but you gotta stand in line."
Hey, if you're homeless, though, that ain't bad. If you ain't got a job and you live on the street, somebody's like, stand here on this sidewalk. It's where you're going to sleep tonight anyway. So stand here on this fucking sidewalk and wait. If I was homeless, I'd do it. I'm like, shit. How much you pay him for it?
He fucked him over, Smoke. He ain't come back, man. And the news reporter was outside interviewing him. You should have seen the homeless dudes complaining. I've been out here all day, man. I've been out here all day. And he's supposed to come back and gave me about $50. And I'm going to try to go there and catch the bus to the mission. And he got, you know, I'm supposed to feel sorry for him, but, you know, shit happens, man.
Hey, that's one of those things that you just gotta like respect the hustle. Like he just thought of, like, man, I wish I would have. Like you be that guy over there where they're interviewing the guy and you sitting over there watching the whole story, and he's like, man, that's messed up. But I sure wish I would have thought about it.
They were standing in line for iPhones.
I could have went to work today.
That's what it was. It was iPhones. The new.
Why wouldn't he come back though?
I don't know.
There he is.
There he is. There he is.
Could be a prank. Some guy doing a prank or something. There's probably some guy filming that shit and everything. These homeless guys are standing here all day.
They stood in line for a long time, man.
One cell phone company was like, I think it was a year ago, I did a video on it. They were paying homeless people to be like Wi-Fi hotspots at this
I saw that.
one of these like gaming or technology conventions. Like homeless people would have like a Wi-Fi like signal on them. They were wearing.
Then they were getting upset about it too, didn't they? Have
like connect to the homeless guy on your phone. Why get upset? I read a follow-up to that story. I did a video on it. Some of those homeless guys bought houses, apartments with that money they made doing that.
Oh, shit.
It's a job. It's a job.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just saying they're giving them like nothing to do it. I mean, they're paying them. Fuck it. If you want to stand there and be a that's not even a hard job. Stand here and just let people connect to hell, I'll do that shit. Pay me money to go stand somewhere as a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah, it's kind of like those kind of same situation with like prostitution or something. They want to make this big deal about it, but hey, these people are making a come up. You know, that guy wouldn't have had. You know, ain't no time. Would you rather him rob you, or would you rather him be a hotspot?
Prostitution. You know? I mean, that's a little.
No. What I'm saying is the people that have the adverse reaction to it, they were saying, "Well, God,
I don't care. I don't. As long as you ain't hurting nobody else.
That's what I'm saying. You're not really hurting anybody, you know.
If you want to suck random guys' dicks in a car, that's your business.
Maybe I took it a little too far with that comparison.
Hey, look, man. You can sell pussy if the government could tax it. The government will let you sell it. But since the government can't tax it, they want to lock their shit down. That's all it is, man.
Why can't they tax it though?
They can. They have it's legal in like anything. Nevada.
Yeah, I'm sure they tax the shit out of it in Nevada. I'm sure there's a whore tax and all kinds of shit.
That's because some bitch should be cheating on their tax forms, man. Talking about she only fucked 10 guys, last year when she fucked 100.
Yeah, but you make prostitution legal, but you make it legal in an actual
if I catch you on the corner, you're going to jail.
On the corner,
but if I catch you,
nobody wants some crack whore. Nobody wants that.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
If you go down to a
Jimmy's
building or whatever that's a legitimate business, the girls are tested every week. Maybe the guys need to be tested. Fuck, I don't know.
Tammy's vacuum shop.
They do it in Nevada. They have whorehouses in fucking Nevada. Guys go in there and fuck whores and shit.
Man, a lot of crackheads get money, man. A lot of dudes fuck crackheads. What you talking about?
I ain't fucking.
No. I see what you're saying, though, Smokey.
No, but 3 in the morning, they coming home, they fucked up like your man who hit the tree or hit the train. He done fucked the crackhead.
Oh man.
What?
Woo!
And look, if he'll race a train, he'll fuck a crackhead.
Yeah, I can see him there.
Come on.
Got about $5. I think I might take my chances.
His decision making is fucked up already.
Yeah.
He's fucking
some angry fans of his in the comments. He would not fucking crackhead.
If I do it real fast, I won't catch nothing.
I didn't say he wouldn't wear rubber. I didn't say he wouldn't protect himself. Fuck. Hey, Shaggy.
What's good? What's good?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? I'm Tim, man.
I'm Sean. What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. So when's the last time you paid for a stripper or a prostitute?
5 minutes ago.
Good answer.
That's what he was doing the whole time. We over here talking, he here getting a lap dance.
I was trying to make it go by fast, man. No, I had to get here on time.
There it is. That's what's up.
So, girl, hurry up. You got me late for the podcast.
Man, we've been talking about a lot of shit.
I told her.
We've been talking about a lot of shit.
What's going on? What's up next? What we got up next?
I was telling Smokey about the guy in Utah who drove his truck up into City Hall. When I say drove his truck into City Hall, he drove his truck up the fucking stairs of City Hall to the front door of City Hall. Got out, walked in the door, and started harassing motherfuckers saying he need to speak to the man in charge right now. So they tased him.
He has to speak to the mayor.
Basic. Instead, he had a conversation with a couple tasers. He's flapping around and shit.
If a guy drives his car up the stairs and parks it right in front of the door, you should probably tase that fucking guy. He's got problems.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be mad, but don't do stupid, dumb shit. You're going to give him they tased me. Well, of course you drove your fucking car up the stairs, dumbass. I mean, you do dumbass shit.
No, but they should have shot his ass like they shot that chick in D.C. who did the same shit.
That's true.
They should have shot his ass.
I want to know what was on this guy's mind. I want to know what he needed to talk about. It must have been important.
Yeah.
And them angry
It must have been hella important.
Something happened, man. I don't know, man. Like I told him, I said it wasn't about a speeding ticket. I can tell you that shit.
That reminds me of a video I did last year where a guy he looked like this big Rick Ross looking gangster. Fucking dude looked like he just got out of jail. Like he had a big like chain around his neck, like a chain with like a padlock and shit. And he goes into his daughter's like school, high school.
Right.
Because apparently he had been hearing about people were fucking her and giving her drugs and shit. And he just went up in the school with this chain, like he was swinging a chain around, and he was like, "Who's fucking my daughter?" Like he's walking through the halls,
damn,
like, "Who's fucking my daughter?" Like,
so you think it's a gang?
This guy, like, God damn,
yeah, for real.
He like, he threatened to whoop the principal's ass, all kinds of shit. Whooped kids' asses who he thought was fucking his daughter. Like he was going through, like going off. And he was pissed off.
I read about that actually.
He was pissed off she was smoking weed, but then when he was arrested, he had weed on him. So
look, do as I say, don't do as I do. Do as I say.
It's not smart to go to the school and do that with drugs. Leave the drugs at home. Like, what is going through people's mind? If I'm gonna go down to the school and raise hell with a metal chain, I'm not gonna have drugs on me at the same time.
Because I'm probably going to jail. So I think
I'll keep my weed in my pocket.
Yeah.
I guess I thought he was such a badass. He's just like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. Fuck the cops. I'll scare them to death. They won't call the cops. The first thing he's gonna do is call the cops.
Look at this chain I got.
If this guy walked up on me, I'd call the cops too. He looked like he got a Rick Ross beard, with a big ass beard.
So we got like Rick Ross mixed with Kimbo Slice.
Yes. Yes, like one of them 40-year-old black guys that don't just will fuck you up. You say the wrong thing to him. One of them types of guys.
Like I said,
met one of them guys.
Old Jimmy in the group doesn't say too much, but got that look in his eye. You know what I'm saying?
Like if he caught you fucking his daughter, he'd kill you on sight. Like he'd beat the shit out of you with his bare hands. That's one of them guys.
That's probably because he's fucking his daughter. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes they get this shit fucked up, man.
It is true. It is.
Say it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man!
Come for you. You look like one of them guys that would come for somebody. Like he'd see a video and he'd go, "What the fuck? You gonna talk about me like this?"
And the worst thing about it, his daughter's probably the biggest hoe in the school.
Yeah.
And he don't want to accept the shit. He don't want to accept.
If your dad's gotta go to the school and walk around and ask who's fucking her, yeah, somebody's fucking her.
Yeah.
That rumor didn't come out of nowhere.
You know she's getting around.
I got a story for y'all. This is right in line with what we're talking about. I was going to do a video on it, but I held it because I knew we were doing a podcast. There's a kid in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama. I think his name is Christian Adamek. What he did was, like on Animal House and on Old School, these guys would streak and run across the football field. Have you heard about this shit?
Yeah. Fraternity shit, right?
Yeah, but he's in high school. Yeah. He was 15 years old. So he did the same thing, right? During a football game, he runs across the field ass naked. Everybody's clapping. They're like,
I read about this.
You read about it? Yeah. So
a little bit.
Yeah, they put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they call him Christian the Legend. Do you know in Huntsville, if you do that shit,
they got a sex offender.
There you go. That
shit's that's crazy. Up. Yep. I knew. As soon as you said that streaking, I knew they were gonna get that guy put sex offender charges on him.
Yeah, he hung himself, man.
Yeah, because they put him in.
Yeah.
It's like I did a video where like a 15-year-old girl had photos of like another 15-year-old on her phone, naked photos. And they called it child porn. It's not child porn when it's two 15-year-olds.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if a 15-year-old's fucking a 15-year-old, you may think that's wrong.
Like,
but that's not like abuse or child pornography or child molestation. It's the same fucking age.
It might be bad life choices, but not not illegal.
People that are like they dating someone and then they turn 18, but that person's still 16, they get arrested. I mean, 2-year age. The pedal laws are for the 40-year-olds that are at like outside the high school trying to pick them. Like those are weird guys.
Let me tell you about this guy. I just heard it on the news right before the podcast started. There was a guy who was an American citizen, and they let him across the border, the Canadian border, or he was either one, but he was either a Canadian or he was an American. That's what it was. And they let the guy come across the border, and it's probably on right now. I just heard about it, and he assaulted some kid, sexually abused some kid. It's ridiculous.
They let him across the border, and he molested a kid.
Yeah, but he was already like a registered sex offender what?
Okay.
They gotta stop letting them sex offenders out. I see shit every day about Every time I see a story, it's like a guy fucks a kid, and then you go to the article, it's always a guy that was in jail and he got out. Obviously, you shouldn't let him out. It's never like a first-time guy, like, oh, he never done anything like this.
You know, we're talking about, like, you know, all this high school shit. You know, like, I remember growing up, like, you know, high school was like, you know, you would hear all these rumors about high school, but high school was never that bad. Now high school is that bad. Like, did you hear about that 14-year-old boy who killed that 24-year-old teacher?
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
I did hear about that.
Chasm, 14-year-old, killed this.
He killed this teacher in the bathroom with a box cutter. Wow.
Yeah, Danvers High School near Boston.
Well, that's no worse than the 3 guys. I did a video on those three kids that took that like 9 or 10-year-old in the bathroom and made them suck their dicks. Like, what the fuck?
I just don't remember high school being that bad.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever, like, people would like talk shit, but like nobody.
Yeah, like, what happened?
Some high schools are bad, man. It depends on where you live at.
Exactly.
I'm damn sure not sucking somebody's dick. I'll kill all 3 of them. Fuck it. I mean, you gotta fight back. You can't lay down like that. God damn.
Yeah, that's some extreme shit. Now, people getting stabbed, that shit happens in high school. People get shot in high school.
I've seen it. But I mean, like, slashing teachers and shit like
that.
But
the sexual abuse is starting to creep into the schools now. The teachers are fucking the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the hot 20-year-old teacher banging the 17-year-old. That's not fucking bullshit. That's not abuse.
Right.
But the 17-year-old got a full goddamn beard.
But you gotta listen about this though. That's always been around. They're just now catching it because of technology.
Yeah, that's always been around. This shit's always been around because.
I mean, dude, when I was going to high school, there was this dude banging this one teacher. I mean, and everybody knew what was happening.
Yeah, but I've never heard about like kids taking someone in a bathroom and like fucking raping them like that. Like that's.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's wild.
Yeah, like that's 11, 12-year-olds. Like, what the fuck?
That's some extra fucked up shit right there, Smokey. That's not regular.
That's not regular at all.
And there was another story similar to that. They got this kid on the bus, and they were shoving pencils up his ass on the fucking school bus. On the school bus. Yes. These are old stories. I did videos on it, but it's like, god damn, like, where's the bus driver? Where's anybody?
God, what is everybody doing while this is happening?
Apparently, they had left them on the bus, the teachers. You never leave kids alone. That's number one.
I don't know.
Especially out, like, in public. Maybe in your own house, you leave them in another room, but you don't leave them alone, like a group of them.
What is the thought process of this? Like, what is going on? What is the thought process of this? Like, what is going through these kids' minds?
I'm telling you, man, the more of these stories that I do, man, the less hope I see for the world, man. The world is fucked up.
People are getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
And more ruthless, man. More ruthless. Yep.
Speaking of dumb, what is this like EMP like thing? Everybody's talking about.
Oh my god! Everyone's in the comments wanting to talk about this. Fucking Fist was on Twitter earlier.
Okay.
Spreading this rumor. There's going to be apparently there's been power outages all over the country early in the morning, like the last couple weeks. Which to me sounds fucking normal. People's power goes out. There's like 300 million motherfucking people in America. There's gonna be some power outages every once in a while, and it's not a fucking conspiracy.
I agree.
And they're gonna the government's holding some drill where they're gonna test, like they're gonna hold a drill where they're gonna fake shutting the nations because they want to prepare. Because like if the whole nation is blacked out, that's gonna cause a lot of problems. So they want to get more prepared for that. For the chaos that's going to fall. There's going to be chaos. I read an article the other day. The food stamp. You read about that, Tim? The food stamps cards?
Yeah, it was.
People was in there just going wild, buying shit with food because the food stamp cards were letting them buy anything.
Right.
And it was chaos. Yeah. I seen the pictures. Like when the cards started working normally again, there were just carts of shit piled up everywhere. People just left and shit. Now imagine if the fucking power goes out everywhere. People's gonna be going crazy, and they're trying to prepare for that. Now you got these conspiracies. They're sitting there going, "Oh, it's a conspiracy. We're gonna get attacked by an EMP," and they're getting prepared for it. Fucking please.
Here's the thing,
November 13th, 14th, we're supposed to get EMP attack. That's what Fist was saying.
Here's the thing, it kind of. You have to realize that's whenever common sense has to kick in. Okay, could something like that be possible? Sure, why not? But then you have to think, do you think the United States of America, who likes jacking people up just for the fun of it, will sit around and prepare for an EMP attack. Oh man, they be dropping bombs we didn't even know existed on Iran or something like that was about to go down.
Here's all I'm saying, like, you got this EMP, right? Okay, hypothetically, this does go off. That EMP doesn't last forever.
It's not really an EMP. It's setting a nuke off, but instead of setting it off on the ground and killing people, you set it off in the sky, and the electromagnetic pulse that comes off of it will shut down.
I can explain to you. Yeah, we studied
give
this
off
with,
EMPs, and they
what
shut the
happens
power
is,
down.
It would just take like, it wouldn't even have to be like a big nuke. It would be like a small nuke, and you drop it and you detonate it. You don't drop it on the ground. You detonate it in the atmosphere, and it creates a large radius. Like if you dropped it, I think they said like a few, like was it 30 miles or something like that above the ground in the middle of the United States, it'll EMP the whole country. And what it does is that an EMP is an electromagnetic pulse. So basically, what it does is it short circuits everything that doesn't have a hardened motherboard.
You play Call of Duty, you know what it is. It's
so
the same thing.
Yeah, like
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know if you guys actually really.
I mean, I'm talking to Shaggy. He knows what it is.
Okay. I kind of started geeking out for a minute. I was about to break it down.
I don't know this shit. I needed to learn that. I need to know about the EMP shit, man.
I was about to start breaking all of this out on y'all and breaking.
Well, apparently it's going to happen on the 14th or the 13th, and we should get prepared. That's what Fist was saying on Twitter today.
Get prepared for it.
Apparently, I'll be getting my PlayStation 4 for free.
Every time the government holds a drill, people get like. Here's the thing.
It's kind of like the Boston bombers. It was like an accident with the Boston bomb.
If the government was going to do it, why would they hold a drill and tell you? Why wouldn't they just do it?
Okay, but listen to this. Here's what's funny. Here's what I thought was funny about this. Last year, the December, 2012 thing, end of the world, whatever. This guy that my friend, his brother's in the Air Force, and he was like, he got pretty high rank. And I remember him telling me something about like an EMP like thing, and of course, I don't believe in a conspiracy or anything like that. But instead of the world ending 2012, like there was supposed to be an EMP then, and they were preparing like all the military for it. And I'm just like, man, what? Like I don't know if I like believe that or.
They're always preparing.
Well, I mean, like I say, it's kind of like that Boston bombing that took place. Remember, they were saying, they were running drills and planning it out. Was just how else are you going to prepare for something bad to happen unless you're able to get millions of people into a confined area? That's when else are you going to practice for something? Exactly. You guys remember what I'm talking about when they were saying this? When they were running drills and they were rehearsing to do the bombing, and it's like, no, there weren't, you idiots. There's no other way you can get millions of people in a confined area like that. Of course you're going to do a drill then. It only makes sense, But some people just can't think of themselves. But I will say this though, you can call me crazy, but somebody's gonna do something to us eventually. I mean, sooner or later.
You crazy, man?
It's got.
Crazy. This is America, man.
Something's. I'm not saying it's gonna be anything super catastrophic, but I mean, when you messing around with people that have nothing to lose, why wouldn't they?
But see, that's the thing. People think we're messing around. We're not messing around. We got a strategy.
Yeah,
and our strategy is world domination, man. You better run this shit. You know what I'm saying? World power, one power. That's the end goal.
Yeah, to be imperialistic, we're an empire at this point. We're not a nation. We're an empire.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean,
but you know what? We give the government a lot of shit, but the Romans would have did the same shit, man. They want to own the whole. They wanted to own the whole planet. The Nazis wanted to own the whole planet too, but every superpower wants to dominate. They want to control all the resources and control the world. And if you use military force to do that, or even you tie them up economically, and that's what we're doing, man.
That's what we've been doing. I mean, but like I said, the thing is, I mean, you can look at it how you want to, cut it any way you want to. Eventually, somebody's not gonna want to take it anymore. After a while, your neighbor. Right. After a while, your neighbor keeps cutting your freaking tree down that goes over your fence. You love that tree. After a while, hey, you see something moving in the bushes. Now you're creeping in his backyard.
What country's even coming close to us militarily? None of them.
But here's the thing, though. What people fail to realize is that right now, we're fighting the most dangerous enemy we can fight. People that don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Chinese or the Russians or whatever the guys you got to worry about. No, it's those guys that you keep blowing up their daughters and stuff in Iran and Iraq and, well, not Iran, Afghanistan and Iraq and places like that, and Pakistan. Those will be the guys. And the people, we have the misconception in America that people that don't speak English are stupid for some reason.
No, that's only stupid Americans who believe that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They have that concept to think, okay, he speaks a different language, that somehow he has a lesser level of intelligence. No, they can do the same things that we can do. They have the capability to make bombs, to make plans. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, it's the God's honest truth. That 9/11 stuff, as horrendous as it was, that was a genius move. I mean, nobody to this point has hijacked planes and used them as missiles. No one ever did that before. No, that's why nobody ever seen it coming. That was horrendous, evil, but clever.
We seen that shit coming for months. They had reports come out that they knew that shit was going to happen. But Bush knew. Like, I'm not saying that he orchestrated it like it's some conspiracy, but they knew that they had plans to do this.
Right.
And I think they were even following. I mean, when you go to a flight, how does that go? Somebody goes to a flight school and says, I don't care about knowing how to land. That should be like immediately, all flight instructors should be trained to go, whoa, I got to call somebody. Because, I mean, if you take off in a plane,
you don't want to land, bro?
Anyone's going to want to know how to land a goddamn thing. I mean, if they're planning on living, and if they're not, you got to wonder what the fuck they're going to do. I've read so many reports. We 100% knew that was going to happen.
Here's the thing. I believe we knew that something was going to happen, but the thing is, what people fail to realize, and obviously you guys realize it, but like I said, we got these people that are just mouth breathers. We have a government in a country that's so large it's unsustainable. There's no way to control. We don't understand how to control this thing. That's why partially why our economy is in the crapper. That's why the NSA is spying on us and we can't do anything about it. I mean, it's a nation that's so large. There's so many people.
We can do something about it. We just have to stop voting for the. I mean, when someone like Obama comes out and says before he's elected, I will not spy on people, and then he's caught doing it, that's when people need to go, fuck it. What the fuck? Like,
okay, but the question is, did he spy on? Did he do it? Did he do it?
He's president.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He's making it happen, though.
President.
And I went, but that goes back to what I said before. I'm not saying he controls
everything. If I'm president, and I don't like something that's going on, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on national television and I'm going to say, hey, these motherfuckers are spying on you, and I'm trying to stop it, and they won't stop. He's the fucking president. He can do anything he wants. All he has to do is go out in the Rose Garden or wherever the fuck he wants to go.
You believe that shit? Smokey, you don't believe that. You believe that?
He's a puppet, man.
That he can actually go out and speak about what the CIA or what the NSA.
I know. They kill his ass, but I'm just saying.
That's what I was about. What I was about to say is going to be looking over his left shoulder for that bullet to come in.
If you study JFK, he was going to do all kinds of shit and change shit around and fuck with these banking assholes. When motherfuckers got billions of dollars, they'll have your ass killed no matter who you are.
Obama would have showed if Obama goes out in the Rose Garden running his fucking mouth. Well, first of all, pow, pow. Well,
yep.
That'll be it. That'll be fucking it.
That's all you're gonna hear.
Look, and I'm not one of those people that thinks for a second that he's not in on all this shit. Come on, man.
He's in on it. He's
a good actor, man. He's like,
That's what I'm saying, though.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna run for president and say you're gonna stop all this, and then you don't.
He's a lion. How
do you get a second term? Vote that motherfucker out. That's the problem. People are just vote for him because he's black. Vote for him because he's this. Vote for him because he's a Democrat.
No, we voted for him because we didn't like Mitt Romney's bitch ass. Nobody likes Mitt Romney.
Do what I did. Don't vote for either of them.
He still would have got elected, Smoke.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm saying everybody should stay the fuck home and stop voting for these dudes.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
That doesn't stop him, Smoke.
When nobody goes and votes, and then a motherfucker still wins, then people are gonna go, wait a minute, nobody voted, and they still picked. Because I guarantee, if nobody voted, if that happened, which is never gonna happen, but if nobody voted,
so why are we discussing it?
Because it should happen.
No, but I'm saying
country needs.
Here's
don't
the thing.
You agree? Don't you agree? Every politician is just crooked as fuck,
Hell
making
yeah.
money.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Why get up in the morning and go vote for somebody that don't give a fuck about you? What's the point?
But here, this is what I say though. This is what I'm saying though. I believe that, and you're telling the truth. But a comedian, I can't remember what comedian told me that, but he says, actually, it's a guy named Tommy Sotomayor. He's a YouTuber. He says, "F your feelings, deal with reality." Okay. F your feelings, deal with reality. Why don't everybody not vote bullcrap? That ain't happening. That's not, you deal with reality. That's not gonna happen. So there's no point in, sitting on, the podcast. Well, why don't we just all not vote? But that
can't.
The guy got elected.
Listen. People are dumb. People are dumb, and it's not an accident that people are dumb. They did that shit on purpose. They weakened the education system. They say that no child left behind. That's just bullshit that they say. Oh, the way they name their policies, no child left behind. That's for dumbasses to go, oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with no child being left behind? But it does absolutely nothing to fix anything. It didn't fix anything. People are still dumb as fuck. People would rather spend money blowing people up than teaching people. And that's why we have a country full of retards. And we vote for fucking people that don't care about us. Don't vote for rich people. Who would vote for Mitt Romney? A poor person vote for Mitt Romney. It's a fucking retard.
Go ahead, Tim.
You think Mitt Romney gives a fuck about you?
But here's the thing, though.
No.
Here's the thing, though. That's the problem that we have in this country. We have, like you said, these idiots, but they are very intelligent people that get people to vote against their own economic interests. Mitt Romney doesn't care about Cletus in South Alabama. He cares about getting Cletus's vote, but he's over there smoking cigars on a yacht while you can't get any health care. He doesn't care about, but he would bump that Bible on you.
But none of them care. None of them care.
I'm not saying any of them do care. I'm not saying Democrats care, and I'm not saying, obviously we know Republicans don't care. But I'm not saying Democrats care. But I'm just saying that at some point you got to realize that one guy's just not as bad as the other. You got to deal with one. Either. I'm not saying that they. I'm just saying. Obviously,
all I'm saying is, look, the government wouldn't shut down if nobody didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to say is neither side
shut down because these people are fucking babies and they fight like my kids. No, we want our way. That's not what leaders, smart, intelligent leaders are supposed to act like.
If somebody cared, the government wouldn't have shut down.
No, that's not. The government shut down because they argued about a policy that was already a law. Because the Republicans threw a hissy fit about something that was already a law. They said, okay.
Have y'all seen y'all's I don't know about y'all, but have y'all seen y'all's health care? My health care went up. Almost doubled since that shit got passed.
Yeah, but you can afford it. You're single, just guy. Here's the only reason. Here's the only reason Obamacare.
I shouldn't have to change my health care.
Obamacare.
Especially when I work on
post.
You
shouldn't. If you're paying for health care.
I work for the goddamn government.
The only reason Obamacare came along is not because they wanted to help people. It's because people go to the hospital and they get medical attention and they don't pay the fucking bill.
You're getting it anyway. You're footing the bill anyway. Why not? Put it. Use that. Why not allocate a certain amount of taxes to pay for that when it's paying for it anyway?
The hospitals are fucked because people go and they get help. Because they can't refuse you. If you come in with a broken leg, they can't be like, no, they can't do that. That's highly illegal.
Exactly.
So people go, they get help.
What they're doing.
Come again?
What?
Again?
We go on.
People go to the hospital, they get help, and they don't pay the bill, and so the hospitals aren't getting their bills paid. And that's why everything's up. That's why everything costs so much money. And Obamacare is only so people will buy health care, that they can afford it. Because some hospital fucking lobbyist motherfuckers got in there in Obama's ear and the Democrats' ear and said, pass this law so they're trying to get people to have health care so people actually pay the fucking bill. Yes. That's the only reason they did it. They don't get, they did that shit. If they actually cared about people, they'd pass a law, they take all this money they spend on tanks that nobody wants in war, and they'd use that to give you fucking health care.
And that's called a single payer program, which... I mean, you can say what you want. I know about the Democrats originally want a single player program. That's what Smokey's talking about. You stop, building so many doggone tanks, and the government funds it through the taxes. You know what I'm saying? Smokey puts his little $2 in the pot. I put my $2 in the pot. Tim puts his $2, and Shaggy puts his $2, and Jimbo gets that, not have his leg cut off or something next week. You know,
But see,
but the thing is, the Republicans wouldn't allow that, and the reason why is because they have their own interest in it. Those same guys that are up there smiling and this is ruining America. No, it's not ruining America. It's ruining your own pocket because you have investments in those same corporations those same corporations that are bankrupting this country. You're just pocketing it. You're just putting that money in your pocket. You're putting that cash in your pocket.
I agree
Here's
with
my
that.
thing. Here's my thing is, like, I agree with that, but, like, what my problem is with it is that now I'm paying double, but old buddy down there that just got put on his health care is paying less than me. Now, okay, see, my ass is working hard regardless. Like, I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican. If you're middle class, you're middle class. We in the same boat. Like, no matter what. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's other people that are just middle class. Like, I'm busting my ass. Now I got to pay double? Hold up. What?
But you're
I have to pay double? No. I am paying double.
A couple kids trying to support family on the same wages. You want to get rid of all these, like, you want to get rid of food stamps and people can afford health care shit. You gotta pay. You gotta make these companies pay people more. Why ain't Walmart giving health care out?
Same goddamn thing. We should all be paying the same.
Here's the problem. There's a lot of people that don't understand what's actually happening with the healthcare bill. Okay, he's asking for you to be able to stay on your parents' healthcare till you're 26. So healthcare corporations can't turn you away because you have pre-existing conditions. I mean, aren't those the people that need the most help? People that are sick. So, oh no, you're too sick. So we're gonna put you in a corner and watch you die, or mortgage your house 3 or 4 different times, and you got to go on the street corner, rob somebody, and end up being a crackhead. You know, it's stuff like that. You know, all he's asking, stay on there till 26, which helps me as a college student. I'm sure it'll help the other guys be able to stay on your parents' health insurance till 26, and it brings accountability. The problem that why your health care is double is the issue is because these hospitals, they have reports that you can get the same procedure done at hospitals less than 6 miles apart, and they charge different rates. There's no system that checks these rates. You'll go into a hospital and pay $30 for one aspirin. It's ridiculous, and that's the problem with our healthcare system. But see, what Obamacare, whatever they want to call it, does, and he said, no, you're going to have accountability. We're going to have overseers to see why am I paying $30 for one aspirin?
That's because healthcare is a business, just like any other business. Until you bring in government regulation.
Regulation, exactly.
But you control. Because, I mean, just imagine. I mean, the guys who are sitting back making these decisions about prices, they're always looking at profit margins.
Exactly. But now that you have, this Obamacare, whatever, this healthcare plan, now it's throwing a wrench into things and messing with certain people's money. Now, you know, that senator that's up there voting about things, now you're messing with his cash because he got, $1 million invested into, Jim and Joe's pharmaceuticals. Now you're messing with his cash. So, now it's bankrupting America and it's the worst bill in America. No, it's not. It's bringing accountability, regulation, and fairness into a corrupted system. That's a
lot of people, I just want to add this, a lot of people think that Canada has free health care, but that shit ain't free. You pay for that shit off the top. That's in your taxes.
Yes, you do.
So a lot of people, a lot of misinformation that went around that made people want to go for this Obama Affordable Health Care Act, using a lot of propaganda bullshit, but that's a misconception. I'm glad you know about that, Shaq.
But it should be. It should be a part of your taxes. If I can spend money to go blow up brown people that I don't know halfway around the world, I can spend those same tax dollars to fix my neighbor down the street that has cancer. It's one of those things that when you say it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. But when you think about it for 5 minutes, you're like, well, that's total BS. It's one of those things because I don't mind. Look, we're all in this. We have to realize we're all in this thing together. I'm in it with you, Tim. I'm in it with Shaggy. I'm in it with you, Smokey. We're all Americans, and we're all in this thing together. So it's not about Jimmy down the street gets the. Well, guess what? I would rather pay double than rather have Jimmy, over there down the street halfway suicidal. Because
this is the bottom line. Hey, Shaggy, that's fucked up. That you had to pay double on your fucking insurance.
Which it is, I agree. But it's not Obama's care's fault. That's not it's not the system's fault.
The bottom line is this. That shit needs to be fixed because a lot of people are pissed for the same reason Shaggy is. But the thing is, man, people are dying every fucking day because they can't get coverage, man. No, exactly. We're not just talking about people on welfare or people who got 18 kids and don't want to fucking work. I mean, those laws about pre-existing conditions, dude, that can happen to anybody, son.
Exactly.
I mean, you could be working 30 years at fucking, I don't know, IBM, dude, and if you get cancer or some shit, the rates that they charge, you'll go bankrupt too. So that shit's happening where people are actually dying. They're getting pulled off life support. They're not getting the treatment they need. They're going, well, fuck. He may live another 5 years if we give him this treatment, but it costs $300,000. Fuck that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're actually doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
And so when you look at these stories and you read these stories, you hear about this shit. At the other end, that they don't put in the story is stuff like this. The real facts that they're killing. They're deciding for you and me, Shaggy. They're deciding that our lives don't fucking matter, dude.
That's what I agree. And like just to put it in like to a better like perspective, say the four of us, say we all work at the same place for a company, whatever. And we all got the same job, same pay grade. Say us four, we're just regular middle class. We're working in a company, we work our asses off. Now, say like something goes down, we all get sick. So when the four of us, we walk up into the hospital, we going to get like some medicine or whatever. You see, Jimmy coming in there. Now Jimmy's not paying for this. Now this is coming right out of our pocket, regardless.
No, that's what's happening right. That's what's happening right now. Without the system, Jimmy would be required to pay for healthcare. That's why they're trying to make it more affordable. But is
he going to? But is
he has no choice. It's against the law if he doesn't.
Yeah, but do you see like some of the stuff that's going on? Like, see these guys.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? It's against the law if he doesn't. They're trying to make it more affordable so everybody can pay for it. That's why.
I'm saying that if more people buy this, get into this, the more people that get
the rates go down for everyone.
Because if you're spreading like the paying around a little bit, everybody's got to pay in. I don't understand why they can't just cut the military budget in half. We'd still be fine because we spend like fucking a shitload on military. You cut that shit in half, we're still spending way more than China or Russia. We spend more militarily than like the other fucking 9 countries combined.
The next 9 countries combined. But it goes back to what Tim was saying a few minutes ago. Got to be that world dominant. We got to dominate the world. We got to put out that image that will crush any type of intolerance. I
mean, as much as we hate it, the best defense is not having to fight a motherfucker because he knows that you're strapped. And that's how America looks at China. That's how they look at Korea. That's how we look at it. All these motherfuckers look at us. We're going, you know what? As long as we have our military in place, they won't dare do these things. Now, with the Middle East, they're using tactics. I don't even like calling them terrorists, dude. I don't even like using that term because to them, we're terrorists.
Yeah, they're emotionally distraught. Because like I said, they're mostly distraught because their moms and daughters and kids are getting blown up. So what happens? The guy walks out of his house because he looks like a guy that's a quote unquote terrorist to go get some fruit for his daughter, and he comes back and his house is a freaking crater. What do you think that guy's gonna do? I'll tell you what I do. Yeah, I mean, what do you think that guy's gonna do?
It's not only that, man. It's tied into the religion as well. Their religion. These fundamentalists, fucking Islamists. Dude, they're on a quest to destroy Westerners. That's how they interpret. That's how they interpret their religion. The fundamentalists.
I believe.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But here's the thing, though.
They call us the infidels, son. We're the infidels.
Here's the thing, though.
You're an infidel.
Yes, but
how large is that group? How large is that group really?
We attacked them first. That's a fact. We went in there and blew their shit up first.
It's just like saying, just because Woody gives blowjob advice to kids, that everybody on YouTube is a pedophile. You see what I'm saying? It's that same. You know what I'm saying? Just because.
I think if we never would have went in the Middle East ever, we wouldn't have a problem. I think most of those people would be fucking left alone. You go over there and you start blowing up. You blow up a dude's whole family, and he's like, "What the fuck?" But and then a bunch of guys are standing over here. They're like, "The Americans did that. Come, I'll train you, and you can get revenge." What do you think he's going to do? He's going to go get trained. He ain't got no family anymore. So, hey, getting a plane, fly into a building.
Why not? Why not? Why not? I ain't got nothing to lose anyway. Why not?
I agree with you guys, but I'm gonna tell you, there are a lot of covert operations and shit that happens that we know nothing about.
I believe
They've stopped all types of attacks that never make headlines. You don't think motherfuckers haven't been trying for the last 30 years to kill us?
But why? Why? Why are they trying? Why?
Because
if a guy comes looking for you, Tim, why? The first question I'm gonna ask is not get this guy away from me. I'm gonna ask. Well, I'm gonna get him away from me. Then I'm gonna ask, why is he creeping through my back door?
What can we?
Why does he want to kill me so bad?
World domination.
Trying to do it.
Why?
Listen,
Why?
keep looking back.
Can anyone name an unprovoked terrorist attack that's happened in the last 30 years?
Why?
Give me an unprovoked terrorist attack.
That's the question nobody wants to answer. Why are they so pissed off? Why?
Because we're the big bad. We're the big bad. America is the big bad.
We attack countries that can't even fuck with us at all militarily. If you think Iraq is going to fucking come get us, you're out of your fucking mind. Not only is our military insane, but everyone in the country's got guns. They're insane. We kill each other every day. If someone invaded this country, I don't care if there's a billion Chinese. They invade this country, they're going to fucking die. I seen a quote, like a Chinese general even said that attacking America or invading America is foolish because everyone's armed and crazy. And we are. Like that's why the Chinese were warning us, don't default on the debt. They don't want a war. They don't want to get involved in that bullshit. There's money tied up. I mean, just because they got all these people and they've got a strong military, they don't come close to us. All you got to do is look up military budgets.
It's like, this is the thing I always said about when people always come out and say, well, we owe all this money to the Chinese. What if they want their money back? Well, if you think about it, if you owe the bully money, and he can kick your A, does he really owe you anything? I mean, really? I mean, if I owe Tim $15 and I can beat Tim halfway to an inch of his life, I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, do I really owe Tim anything? So it's
like Debo from Friday. You ever seen Friday?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Debo just takes that motherfucker's bike. Just takes it.
Yeah, like
America is. Like,
exactly. Like, you think the Chinese give me the money back. I ain't got it. You better have it. Well, and what? With that aircraft carrier that doesn't even work, what are you gonna do? You gonna hack me? You know what I'm saying?
If we decided not to pay the debt, I don't even know if there'd be a war, because I mean, if you think about it, look at all the shit you go to the store and buy that's made in China. China needs America bad. In more than just we owe
them money. It's a mutually beneficial situation. It's a symbiotic relationship. They need us as much as we need them. We go down, they go down. They go down, we go down. The whole world. That's what people don't understand. The whole world is just floating on these little unsteady racks. You know what I'm saying? It's just floating around on this big bubble of BS. You know what I'm saying? All ready to fall down. This stuff's gonna fall down. So I'm just waiting for the ball to drop. I mean, it's gonna happen. But I mean, it ain't. But see, here's the thing, though. They want you to believe that. They want the stupid people to think, well, the Chinese and the Russians, Chinese and the what?
I think the Soviet Union anymore.
Nobody wants to go. And here's the thing: nobody wants to go to war. You know what? Going to war isn't cool. You know what's cool? Driving around Lamborghinis and having sex with fine women. That's what's cool. You know, so you think they war? You think Putin wants to go to war? No.
What they're scared of, they think that we'll start nuking each other. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. That's the dumbest shit. We have nukes just to go, hey, we'll nuke you if you nuke us. That's why people got nukes.
Mad, mutually assured destruction.
Only a psycho would start setting them off, because you just kill yourself. Because you set yours off.
But here's the thing, though.
Say, oh, here come our nukes. We'll just fire ours. And you're just gonna blow it up.
But the real problem is we're messing with the only people on the face of the earth that'll do it. Somebody that you killed 30 of their kids or whatever. Well, that's an unrealistic number. But I'm just saying, you've blown their daughters to smithereens. You can't even identify the body. Yeah, I'd nuke you. Why not? I ain't got nothing to live for. Let's all go.
But can the terrorists get a nuke? I mean, I've been hearing about that for years. It ain't happening. Here's
that thing, though. Here's that thing again. You're calling them terrorists again. Iran's right.
I mean, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm not bashing. What I'm saying is that the guys that we call the bad guys, the Iranian government, Pakistan has nukes already, and it's just sitting there for somebody to hijack.
A guy that sets off a nuke and kills a bunch of innocent people is a fucking terrorist. I don't care if he's a president. The guy that I got it shit on when I said this on Twitter, but when we nuked those 2 countries in World War II, nuked those 2 cities and killed all those people. That's fucked up. And I don't want to hear this shit about that people respond and go, well, we saved a ton of military soldiers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you sign up for the military, you agree to go fight. If someone's gonna die in a war, it should be soldiers. If you don't want to die in a fucking war, don't become a soldier. That's why I'm against the draft. Nobody should have to go fight if they don't want to. There's plenty of people that want to go fight. There's plenty of crazy redneck motherfuckers that want to go kill people. But when you just drop a nuke on a city, that's
the numbers are down now. But now that we have drones, it's not that big an issue.
Right,
but all I was saying was that you're just asking where you can get a nuke from, and I was just explaining that those Middle Eastern countries have nukes. Their governments have nukes. It's just waiting for somebody to hijack one of them. Pakistan has nukes. India has nukes.
Pakistan really going to let one of their nukes slip out, and then America, of course, America's going to find out about it. Hell, they're spying on. I read they're spying on French people. They intercept the French phone calls and listen to them. They're not even the NSA spying on the whole world. So
I agree, but I'm just saying.
Pakistan, we'd wipe them off the fucking map if they could get a nuke away to somebody.
I'm not saying they would give it away. If you want something bad enough, you can get it. And especially in a backwards... I'm just saying,
whoever lost the nuke is getting fucking destroyed. That's happening.
It doesn't matter. We're all getting destroyed because when it pops off, everybody's shooting nukes off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, let's say a quote-unquote terrorist gets a nuke.
Them back. I think the whole world would just bomb the shit out of them. Because, I mean,
no.
If the United States gets...
But here's the thing.
Who's going to decide who's the guy that nuked them? Nobody.
This is what you're not thinking about. When there's countries like Iran, they share a culture. They share a religion, they share a culture, and they share a kinship. Okay? You think you're going to nuke Pakistan and the Iranians aren't going to care about that?
I don't think we'd nuke Pakistan. We don't have to nuke. We'll just blow the shit out of them with this shit. You seen that shit we did in Iraq? We don't need nukes.
We won't set off a nuke
because we don't want Russia and China to deal with the fallout. And if we got nuked by countries... I'm just saying with Iran. Nobody. I'm just saying Iran would be out of their fucking mind to nuke us. It's never going to happen.
I'm saying
they want a nuke.
You're greatly underestimating the capacity of these Middle Eastern countries. I'm
not underestimating them. The only reason they want a nuke is so they can go, hey, we got a nuke too. Stop fucking with us. That's why they want one. The same reason everybody else wants one. Nobody wants one to set it off. What do you gain by setting it off? You get destroyed. You may blow up New York City, but you're going to get fucking wiped off the map. Your whole country's going to be gone.
But here's the thing, though. Now we're talking about 2 different things now. Now you're talking about a government. We were previously talking about a terrorist organization. You see what I'm saying? Now
I'm saying the government is going to, if a government's smart, it's got its nuclear weapons on such a lockdown that no terrorist can get a hold of them. Because whatever country lets a terrorist get a hold of a nuke is getting fucking wiped off the map. That's happening.
I'm just saying.
You're gone.
It's not
we attacked Iraq just for fucking no reason at all. We didn't even have a fucking reason.
No, we had a reason.
We made some shit up.
We wanted to. Right. We wanted to. Bush wanted to do that shit his whole fucking life.
Because Saddam tried to kill his daddy.
Right.
And he's like, fuck that.
Right. But don't think there wasn't intelligence coming out that these motherfuckers hate us. We knew that. We knew that our interests and their interests didn't line up. And that we
but who started that? Is it hatred? If you want to come and steal my family photos and I don't like that concept, do I hate you now, Tim? No. Stop trying to steal my stuff and we won't have no problems. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's a simple concept. You want to tell you what the thing is? Here's the thing. And
It'll never be like that.
No. People think that you're crazy when people say this, but this is actually one of the truest things you're going to hear. They have a resource that everybody else in the world needs, and they have the most of it.
That's the problem.
And that's all. And people will say, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true." Cut off the oil reserves and see what happens. Cut off Middle Eastern oil and see how quick America, China, Russia, and every other great country in this world folds, and watch how quickly they fold. They have the most precious resource, and guess what? We want to make sure that we're going to be able to have access to it. So what do you do? What do you do? You go find somebody, you put your military in there, and you never leave. That's what you do.
Look, if we actually, dug in Alaska, we'd be good. Gas would be like 10 cents a gallon.
Why don't we just?
But that's not ever gonna happen though.
Here's the question though. Here's the thing though. First of all, how long do you think that's gonna last? That's not gonna sustain. Have you looked at the map of America?
Just as long as it's lasted, though.
I live in Baton Rouge. Have you ever seen an oil refinery? We got the biggest one in the country. Let me tell you, man. We go through a lot of natural resources, man. They're digging for Alaska to sustain the country. That's bullcrap. They got the source. We need it. We got to make sure that if it ever comes down to it, we got to be able to dip our finger in the pot.
Whatever happened to America inventing things and getting itself out of problems with, education and
American ingenuity?
Yeah, shit like that.
That's always been bullshit, Smoke.
Now, here's the thing, though, because
we used to make things and build
no.
We still do. We do.
We do.
Not like we used to, though.
But you only do it to the point to where it's beneficial. You think we can't have clean energy? You don't think we can have, working on a better
how is clean renewable energy for cars and everything not beneficial? Maybe not beneficial to the lobbyists who don't want it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't think we can have that, but it's not beneficial to the people that are making that money off that oil. It's they're making they don't want clean energy. They don't want they don't want the geeks in the lab figuring out a way to turn cooking oil into to gas or something like that. No, they want you to keep getting that oil.
There's cars that run on cooking oil. So why the fuck can't we just have that?
That's what I'm saying. See, it's not beneficial to their pockets. So they're gonna keep you. They're gonna keep clean energy. That's bad. Screw Solyndra. Forget solar panels and wind energy. No, we can't have that. That's ridiculous. That's such a radical thing to do, Mr. President. No, really, I want to keep you on that Oprah oil. That's what I want you on. I want you to keep me that money. That's what I want.
Yeah, but look, the way I see it, it's always about the money. It's about the finances, economic power, and even I think we're making it a little bit more simple than it is. It's not that simple, but any country doesn't want to be held by another country controlling their resources. Now, it doesn't matter. So what? You think just because Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Middle East was born with these resources, that means that they can control them? Who the fuck says that? I mean, you got to look at it from. No, listen to what I'm saying. You got to look at it from the standpoint of what are these rights you giving people?
Okay, that's an interesting philosophical question. Okay, so what I'm saying is that that brings into the origin of ownership. Who really owns what? I see what you're saying.
Fuck the definition. Period. If somebody wants something, they take it. People do it every day.
I understand that concept, but what I'm saying is, first, okay, I really don't. Where are you coming from? Can you
what I'm saying is, you're talking about morality. You're talking about morality, right? But if you own, if you have the force and the strength to go take what you want, that's what you do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying
I agree. That's why.
Take morality out of it. Once upon a time in the United States, there was no police, man. There was no National Guard. There was none of that shit. You had a house. You built a house. You found a woman. You had kids. You had a gun, right? If somebody saw your wife and said, I want her, he'd just shoot you in the fucking head and take your wife. There was no.
I agree.
Let me finish. There was no morality.
Unless he stole first.
Right. Exactly. But see. That mentality has never changed, man. They're not these people who run these countries, and China's the same way, Iraq's the same way, they're about their interests first. But if they have something you want and they won't trade with you, if they won't give it to you at a cost that you think you can do, that's feasible for you, there is no morality, dude. There is none. So I understand what you're saying, but you're operating under an interpretation that doesn't exist for people who don't give a fuck.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. I know they don't care. I'm not saying I understand the concept that it's the thing that I speak with a couple people. There's a reason why us as African Americans, you say, well, why do certain people get to make all the rules? Why does our Congress? Why do we have one or two black people representing us as a nation? Because they came and fought for it. You know what I'm saying? They fought for America. That's why they get to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? As backwards as it may seem, if you want something, you take it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I don't understand the concept that, they have something and you want something, you take it by brute force. And I understand that concept, but I'm just saying what I'm saying is, don't go try to take something and then get mad when they fight back and call them, oh, now they're terrorists and they're these horrible people, and it's our, civic duty and our God-given right to punish these people and wage war against them because they got angry because we wanted to go steal something from them.
It's just propaganda.
Yeah,
I'm saying, do you see what I'm saying though? Like, I'm just saying, don't go on television. And I don't want to see Newt Gingrich or whatever talking about, oh, well, we got to go bomb these guys and we got to go, rid the world of this axis of evil and this bull crap. Because why? Because you wanted to go steal their resources and they didn't like that, so they fought back.
I don't think they're
so now they're terrible people. No, now they're the bad guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Look. If
they're not the bad guys. We're all bad. I'm just saying. Let's just keep it real. I mean, if you want to call it like that, terrorism is dropping nukes on Japanese people that had already lost the war. That's terrorism. Okay, that's the worst terrorist atrocity that's ever seen the face of this earth. Why did they drop the bombs? So first of all, they wanted to know what it would do. First of all. That's one reason why they did. And the second reason is to let people know for the next 200 or 300 years that we ain't playing. We'll blow your whole country up. We'll kill your kids, your wife, and smile about it after.
Let's not pretend.
That's why they did it.
But let's not pretend that they couldn't have surrendered way before that. We were in war, dude.
But here's the thing, though. The reports, if you look back in history, they said the war would have been over within a month. The Japanese, it was over. Their army was crippled. I'm not BSing you, man. Look in the history books. It was over. They could not feed their people. They could not sustain a nation to fight America. The Russians had already went through there and wiped them out already. They was already devastated. So it was over.
If you're president of the United States or any country, you got to have some fucking morality. You're a leader. And when somebody comes to you and says, "We got this weapon, and we're gonna drop it on these cities, and we're gonna kill," God, I mean, they had to know they were gonna kill hundreds of thousands of people. Mm-hmm. And as a president, that's the guy. You should go, "Oh, I'm not doing that. You're out of your fucking mind. That's crazy." But they did it.
And then when the guy Robert Oppenheimer, the guy that made the freaking bomb, said we shouldn't use this thing, the guy saw the bomb go off and said, "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
You have to have smart people leading the world.
I mean, Jesus,
who are morally right. You have to have people that can look at something and go, compass. Like, we can do a lot of shit and make a lot of shit, but should we? Some of the shit we shouldn't be fucking with.
And that's what I was trying to say, Smoke. It's not about, of course we can do it, but should we? That's the question. It's not, can we go take all those guys all? Can we go, we can do it.
I don't think, like, 200,000 Japanese innocent lives are less important than 100,000 soldiers. All these people, soldiers would have died. Well, they fight wars. They signed up to go fight.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be, not being patriotic or anything, but
I could care less about being.
Last time I checked,
right and wrong.
Like I said, I don't want to see anybody's kids getting killed, but you go on the battlefield.
I don't want to see soldiers marching in and dying, but that's what you fucking signed up for.
You signed up for. Like I said, that's what you signed up for.
They didn't recruit you for college or other bullshit.
No.
They recruited you to be just a fucking. You're a pawn on the chessboard. You're the pawn.
But I don't know where you guys are from. But a lot of people who sign up to go into the armed forces, they do so because they're economically disadvantaged to begin with. I mean, these kids. These people.
Okay, well,
no. Let me finish, man. Let me finish. A lot of these people.
I'm sorry. I get a little talking. Go ahead, brother.
A lot of these people don't have opportunities, man. If you live in a shitty ass Midwestern town and all you can do is go work in a fucking coal mine, dude, you may go in the military. You're not going to die. You going because there is nothing else to do. I know when I went to high school in the inner city, dude, those recruiters were up there all the time recruiting. Kids, this is your only way. This is your only way. This is all you can do. You're gonna go into service, or you're gonna go deal drugs, or you're gonna go to jail. Which one you want to do? So, to make a statement like you're signing up to die, that's your choice. Maybe that's coming from a middle class background that I'm saying a lot of people may not be able to relate to. I mean, the reality is poverty is fucked up.
Poverty
is fucked up.
And like I say, I understand that concept. I'm a person, I understand, and I'm able to relate to what you're saying because I'm from it. I know what it's like to not have anything and only have one way, and that one way is not the most life-sustaining and viable way to get something done. You know what I'm saying? Whenever, like you said, what else you gonna do when they say you're either gonna be selling drugs or be dead in 2 years, or you can go into the military? That makes sense. I understand.
They don't have a lot. I'm just saying
they don't have a lot. I agree.
I understand what you're saying, but
what I'm saying is,
for the army, you should know that you could go to war and die. And
I'm not saying they deserve to die.
If you sign up when there's wartime, but what about kids who signed up, for instance, who signed up a few years ago, dude, that didn't know we were going to go in fucking Iraq?
But you're still signing up for the army. What does the military do? They don't fuck around. Like, you're still signing up for it. Here's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I'm not saying they deserve to die. I don't think anybody.
That's all I'm saying.
No. I don't think they deserve to die or anything like that. That's ridiculous.
Either.
No, but I don't think anything like that.
So you're saying if we have a way to bring home our people in Afghanistan right now, we should not pursue that because we might kill too many people in Afghanistan? We're going to kill too many people?
No, I think we should get the fuck out of all them countries.
I think we should
go home.
Let me address that specifically.
Wow.
I do agree. Yes, we should be able to bring, our brothers and sisters home safely. But at the same time, you have to realize that when they say, so what's the number then, Tim? What's the number?
What do you mean, what's the number?
What's the number? What's the acceptable number? How many lives is enough? I mean, what's acceptable?
I don't understand what you mean, but my point is this.
No, hear me out, though. Hear me out. You said if there's something you can do, you just asked me if there's something that we can do to bring our people back to America, we shouldn't do it. Is that basically what you asked? What you said?
No, I'm saying based on the discussion you and Smokey were having, it sounded to me like you were trying to say that if we could bring people home today and save American lives, people we sent over there. It's not like once you get in, you can't just say, I don't want to do this shit no more. Oh, my bad. I mean, not to mention, do you know how many military people are committing suicide daily, dude? They're killing themselves, man. There are more people killing suicides than killing actual action right now in our military. Because they can't just, because they can't just fucking leave.
But I understand that. But you're saying, you're asking the alternative, should we do something heinous? So I'm asking you.
At the time we had
so we were basically talking about the nuke, dropping the nuke on Japan, correct?
What we're saying is, should you kill?
I'm just saying you shouldn't.
Women and children and guys working at their jobs
exactly
just to save 100,000 soldiers' lives.
That's what I was saying. What's the number?
I'm saying don't kill any of them. They should all live. Stop fighting over bullshit all the time.
Yeah, that's what I meant by what's the number. What's enough? How many is enough to kill?
We should get the fuck out.
Dude,
it's over.
10,000.
They attacked us.
20,000. 30,000.
They attacked us in Pearl Harbor.
40,000.
We went there.
Yes, but
they
started
attacked Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. What is Pearl Harbor though? What is Pearl Harbor?
It's a military base. First.
But here's the thing, though.
They attacked the army.
No.
Yes. New York.
They did. But here's the thing, though. But when you won, you don't put your foot on a guy's throat and smother him to death. I'm just saying. Look. I don't mind putting the gloves on and blocking somebody up. Okay, I don't mind. Look, I don't mind scrapping for mine. But here's the thing, though. I'm not gonna kick a guy in his face when he's down. Whenever the fight's over with and he's decimated, I'm not just gonna kick there.
Listen, I got a question for Tim.
You know what I'm saying?
It's acceptable if we're
that's why you gotta have a moral compass.
Do you agree that wars should be fought by the military? That the civilians should stay the fuck out of it? They shouldn't be in the streets getting shot by the army, right? Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
We shouldn't go to countries just start slaughtering motherfuckers. That's what we did. We didn't land and start slaughtering them. We just dropped a bomb. You gotta imagine this could happen to you. You could be just chilling in your house and a fucking bomb fucking drops and you're dead instantly. What the fuck did you do? Yeah. They didn't come over here. Those people didn't attack us.
Dude,
the military did, the government.
That happens all over the world though. That shit happens. This genocide in Africa, they're killing their own people. They kill their own people.
I'm not defending any of that.
Yeah,
it's all
none of that shit.
Crazy stuff, man.
You guys just sound like it's just sounding real anti-American. What you guys are
talking.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Because no. What's so anti-American about me not agreeing to be heinous? What's so anti-American?
What's your definition of heinous?
Dropping bombs, killing women and children for no reason.
No, there is a reason. There was a reason. We were at war. There was a reason.
The war was over, Tim. The war was...
No, it wasn't over. It wasn't over. Well, our troops told...
Smokey. Listen.
No, Smokey. Have you not heard that before? Have you not read that in your history books? Have you not seen that on history?
But whether the war was over or not is irrelevant.
You
drop a nuke on a city and kill innocent people.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that makes it even more heinous. I can see if you shouldn't do it, but I'm saying if you had no other alternative. If they had the gun to your temple, about to pull the trigger, then drop the nuke.
There's always an alternative.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but I'm just saying.
Why not call the Japanese and go, hey, motherfuckers, we're going to drop this on your fucking city right now.
But here's
a video of what happens when we do it.
But like I'm saying, it goes back to my analogy. Yeah, I beat you up in the street in front of your mother and your kids, and you're laying on the ground bleeding. Do I really need to kick you in your face? Do I need to kick you another 4 or 5 good times?
Hey, Kenny,
do I need to? It's over. I've won. You're not getting up. You're done. Why? I'm just doing it for the hell of it now.
It depends.
I just did it for the hell of it now.
It depends.
Do you agree, Smokey? We just did it. We bombed them for the hell of it. Just why not?
I have heard that before.
Okay.
We bombed it for the hell of it.
I've heard that we didn't have to drop it, and we
did not.
That
doesn't
sound crazy.
It would have been over within a month. They could not sustain their military, nor can they sustain their civilians.
Can Japan
Japanese government was decimated.
Everybody, because everybody was against. The Nazis were fucking done. We didn't nuke Hitler.
Over. It was, but
Hitler took over the whole fucking Europe. He was taking everything over. We didn't nuke him. So why did we have to do? But we did bomb the fuck out of Germany and kill a lot of people. I don't think we should be bombing cities in war. I don't think it's acceptable.
I don't think we should either, man. But I'm saying the way you guys are using morality in this shit, I just don't agree.
We're the only ones using morality. What do you mean? How we're using it? I'm not saying you. I'm just saying what you're proposing is the lack thereof morality.
No,
you're saying well, just blow them up. We're saying no. Dude. You already killed half the people. Why kill the other half? You know.
Let Tim explain why he thinks it was acceptable. Do you think it's acceptable to drop that nuke? Is that what you're saying?
I think no, I don't think it was acceptable, but I understand it. I understand it. Now, Kenny, you sound. I don't want to. No, fuck it. Kenny, when's the last time you was in a fight, dude? In fights, in wars, to the death is what we were in. No, I don't agree we should have blew up a city, but I understand that in war, shit like that happens. More people died in that side of the country from other shit than us dropping a bomb.
All right, another question. What if what he's saying is true and our government knew?
Look it up. Look it up.
You know, I don't know.
They were doing fucking medical experiments on their own fucking people by the thousands. They were ethnically
I'm just saying. If we didn't have to drop it,
what does that have? That's a straw man argument. What does that have to do with dropping a nuke on somebody?
We were at war.
Ethnic cleansing. So I'm going to drop a nuke on you.
We were at war.
That is illogical.
I answered your question. We were at war.
We were at war with an enemy that was already perpetually defeated. They were defeated. They were defeated. Tim, what you're failing to realize what I'm telling you, they were defeated. It's not like they had the gun to our head and it said, well, checkmate. Then drop the nuke if that's the
case. He's saying it's not right that they did it, but he understands why they did it because they wanted to end the war.
Look, if somebody breaks the
United States wanted to protect its troops, and that's understandable. We want to protect our own. That's just.
But that's not why we did it, though. That's not why we did it. We
didn't have to drop the bomb. It was over. That's what he's saying.
I don't agree with Kenny, man. I don't.
I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, it's not the truth. It's your opinion based on history.
No.
It's your opinion based on history. And the way
so that's the closest thing that we can get to fact. Then. So what are you arguing?
That's your interpretation.
That's you having more of an opinion than I have.
Can we have a conversation?
I'm just
getting so heated. This shit happened in the 40s. Who gives? I mean, it's over. It ain't gonna change.
No. I'm just saying we
having a discussion.
If it's logical, if it's logical though, because you're saying it's an opinion, but you say it's my opinion based on history. So that's the closest thing that we have as a fact to fact.
It's a 100% fact that we didn't have to do it. So if we didn't have to drop that bomb, is it still right that we did it? If we didn't have to, if they had a report and the generals were like, we don't have to do this, it's over. And then I mean, it's not out of the ordinary to think that a bunch of scientists and military guys were sitting in a room going, you know what, we should drop this and see what it does. I mean, we do it now.
Don't get me wrong, it's fucked
up.
And
that's what happened.
Very fucked up.
That's what happened.
I'm totally against nuking anybody. Like, I think that's a weapon you just never use. It shouldn't even be made. Even the fucking dudes that made it said it was a bad idea. Like, they got done making it and said, oh, fuck, we should have done this.
Yeah. But you know what?
Once you make that shit, it ain't going nowhere. It's here for. They're not gonna get rid of all of the dudes.
You my boy though, Tim. I like that because you didn't forward like most cowards in this world do. You got an opinion, you stuck with it. I like that.
Hey man, that's how I feel about it.
You didn't forward. Now most cowards.
People's in the comments like, change subject now. It's getting. Nobody's gonna start fighting and insulting.
No man, I'm just saying.
Over some come on man.
No problem.
I'm about to nuke a lot of people when those come out.
I agree with you. Yes, I agree.
Hey, Shaq,
good show. We all agree.
Come up with a topic, Shaq. We need you with a topic that's not gun-related or war-related.
People want us to talk about gaming bad. I know Tim don't know a lot about it, but
that's what I was about to say.
I'm down to throw some bars.
They want to get off the politics for a minute.
I have nothing to say about the nukes. I don't care.
Well, I'm about to nuke a lot of people.
I see Tim. I see your point. I do. Trust me, and I agree with you. But I see their point too. It's just like, to me, it's just like, it's effortless because nothing's gonna change. Us talking ain't gonna change nothing. It don't matter. Your opinion don't mean shit to the world. Your opinion don't mean shit to the world. My opinion don't mean shit to the world. Somebody's gonna get nuked one day, and it's gonna happen. That's it.
That's what I said. If your opinion deal with reality. That's what that means. If your opinion deal with reality.
To me, that's a pointless subject to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all can argue about it, do your thing. Like, I'm just gonna sit back and relax because to me, it is not a topic. It is not a topic. It's the way of the world right now. Right. There ain't nothing we can do about it. It's the way of the world. There ain't a damn thing we gonna do about it, and that's it. I mean, shit. We dropped that nuke years ago. Years ago. We weren't there. We weren't there. So what are we gonna do about it? We weren't even there. We weren't there. We weren't living in the time.
That's what empathy comes into.
We about to get nuked. Then
that's what empathy
Pearl Harbor. It's like it don't matter.
All right, but we can get on this gaming, man. We can get on this gaming.
All right, talk about this.
Cause I'm gonna nuke me a lot of Chinese when Ghosts come out.
I know you was on Twitter talking about the PS4. And somebody tell me, is this confirmed that this Call of Duty running at 1080p? What the fuck's going on with all this? Because I heard a shit about it yesterday. I slept all day, so I'm not up all day.
I heard that IGN was showing PS4.
Yeah, they're showing
footage.
PS4.
PS4 footage, and that it was at 1080 frames per second. Now, whether that's true?
It was the video in 1080p or was the game?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is from what my knowledge is that the guy at IGN that was on the video with Mark Rubin, he said that it's it's running at 1080p. That's basically what the tweet said or whatever. Not the tweet.
On both consoles?
The NeoGAF report. No. He didn't say on both consoles. He's talking about the PS4 because the video is on IGN right now or PS4. They're doing that.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. If Xbox One isn't running 1080 frames per second, they're done. They're done. There's no point to even compete.
How can you not run Call of Duty at 1080p? Well, like the engine's from like 2000 or some shit.
Here's the thing, though. The problem that Xbox has is they're using that ES RAM, and it's kind of like the sale with the PlayStation. Remember, at first people didn't really know how to code for it. They had to jump through all these loops, so that's why Xbox had all the games. It's that RAM that the Xbox is using. It's not as simple to use as the GDDR5 that the PS4 is using. So they got to use that DDR3, which is like half the speed of GDDR5, and then they got to use that ES RAM to help speed it up. But people,
they can't run Call of Duty in 1080p. Like, how the fuck's it gonna run like anything in the future? Like, everything's gonna be at 720p. How's that next gen?
I think they will be able to run things at 1080p in the future, but I think that it's going to be later when they have more time with the hardware and they have to figure it out. I think they'll figure out a more efficient way, just like with the PlayStation 3 and the Cell processor, how they figured out Cell later in the generation. That's why The Last of Us looks so good. I think they'll figure it out with the Xbox. I don't think it'll ever be as good as it won't ever be as good as PlayStation because PlayStation just has better hardware. But
well, yeah, because they're building a system for the gamer. Xbox is building a system for the entertainment of everything.
Really, it's not even that, in my opinion. I feel like it's really an advertising box.
Look, here's my point. I'm not buying a PlayStation to watch Netflix and watch NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm sorry, it's not happening. Exactly. I'm here to play COD. I'm here to play FIFA. I'm here to play Madden. That's what I'm here for. And better graphics. That's where I'm going. I'm not going to buy an Xbox just so I can watch cable with DirecTV when I can just order DirecTV and NFL Sunday Ticket, sit on my couch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just stupid. It's stupid. Why after you have really good success with this console, Xbox 360, you're slaughtering PlayStation 3 basically from the beginning years, obviously. And then, but that money...
They want that Wii money, that Nintendo, that motion gimmick shit, and that's dead. It's dead. It's over. It's
Green. Microsoft
the green is good.
Green is killing that company. Well, it's not killing the company. It's killing the Xbox.
They see a future where everybody's in their house with that camera, and they're playing games like this, and it's just... That's what they see.
Well, here's the thing, though. In my opinion, it's not even about, them out there playing Connect games and on the jet ski.
It's spying on us. They're already working with the NSA. That's confirmed. Now Microsoft is spying with the NSA. That's confirmed fact. Can't deny it. It's in the fucking news.
Yeah.
Now, and more keeps coming out. Now they want to put a camera in your house that's watching you, detects your heartbeat, and come the fuck on. You gotta be a fool.
Doesn't it have to stay on? Does it still have to stay on 24 hours?
No.
Because people was like, fuck that, a camera on all the time.
Here's the thing.
Like a dick.
To understand why, they're so hard on that Connect, you have to understand economics and advertising. They're using that. They are. When Smokey said they're spying, they are spying on you. Whenever Smokey comes up to his little Xbox and gets a little sip of Powerade and and get that pop. Hey, Gatorade 6-pack, $2.99, local Walmart.
The ads are gonna scan your shit, your drink, and then, all that shit.
Smokey's daughter walks in the room. Daddy. Hey. Barbie Dream House, Townhouse, $19.99, Target near you. That's what they're using, that biometric stuff.
And if it can do that, imagine what else it could do.
Data mining.
You say bomb or the wrong word, and it's like squat to you. I mean, it could happen. Don't think they ain't gonna be fucking spying on you with that shit. They're already spying on you on Skype and shit. They already sent all your logs in. Hell, they spying on people's phone calls. Now they want a camera in your house.
They already got me and Smokey on the watch list for that discussion we just had with Tim 15 minutes ago. We're already on the watch list. When they waiting for us to say one more thing, they're gonna go and get
it. They're watching it right now. What you talking about?
The spying is insane. It's until you actually read about the spying, you don't see how big it is. Like, they're spying on the French people. Like, 30 million phone calls in a month or something I read. French phone calls. How is the United States government able to spy on French people's phone calls?
I don't know why we worried about the French. I don't know what we worried about the French.
It's worse. They were reading the email for the Mexican president. Did you hear about that? They say
that tells you we got spies in all the governments. We have infiltrated everything.
Look it up. They were reading the emails of the Mexican president.
Look, the way I look at it, they can look at their shit, just don't look at my shit.
Yeah, don't look at mine. If a guy's gonna, they should be spying on people that are like dangerous.
And once again, that sounds fucked up. But I'm saying though, you don't think that France wouldn't look at our shit if they could?
They probably are looking at our shit.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, half the shit we do, other countries are doing. It's just not being reported to us. That's all. I'm
not saying we should. I am saying we shouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, I don't even know how we even got to this point. We talking about Xbox, and somehow we got on the spying
on you via the console, right?
Yeah, spying on you via the console. Okay. Well, good.
I don't think we should be spying on that. I mean, 30 million phone calls. It just seems a little excessive to me.
Well, here's the thing, though. It comes to a point, like I was, making that comparison when I said how many bodies was enough when I asked him that. Well, at what point is it okay? If it stops, Jose from, not Jose, that's, Halababe from, blowing up a kindergarten down my street, I'm okay with it.
But is it really stopping anything?
But I would say
we stopped another one. I don't
no.
know.
I would say at some point
some shit, but
there are
as they say. I remember Bush used to come out like every week and say, "I stopped another one." And he used to say, terrorists, we were never attacked under Bush. Yeah, we was. 9/11. It counts. It counts, motherfucker. You can't say that don't fucking count. That shit happened on your watch.
That's because you were reading books to children doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Man.
Get up off the fucking God. Don't even get me started on that dumb motherfucker. When you get attacked, get up and stop reading fucking Pet Goat. When I was young, I bought into the propaganda. They used to say, well, he didn't want to scare those kids. But then I get older, I'm like, get the fuck, you're a president.
And walk out.
Yeah, just say, I have to go. You don't have to say, people just died, there's bodies jumping out of buildings. It's crazy.
It's a massacre everywhere. There's bodies and flames and
just say, I have to go now. Make something up, I don't know.
Just say,
his brain, that dude's so stupid though. He's sitting there, he's like, oh shit, what do I do? I don't know. I gotta think about it for a minute.
All you gotta do is say, and they live happily ever after.
I'm gonna read this book. Fuck this.
And get out.
I planned on reading this book today.
Yes.
Wow.
I will not let any terrorist stop me from reading Picolio to these small children today. Smokey knows about Picolio. He knows what I'm talking about.
Picolio, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Remember that? No, he made a video about a dude, about a guy, a Call of Duty commentator.
I was talking to Tim about Woody yesterday. We were talking on the phone about
Woody that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that guy.
Yeah,
that was the first video I saw. That was the first video I saw.
Someone fill Tim in on Woody. Who'd be the best?
Yeah, tell me about Woody, man. Tell me about this guy.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, man. First off, I have experience with this man. This man has me blocked. I can't even. I'm over this dude. I'm over this dude. This dude
he got blocked on Twitter by.
This dude is ridiculous. I called him out on Twitter and the man just blocked me. What stuff he does, man? This man is ratchet. Let's get straight down to the point. This man is straight ratchet to the stuff he does. Okay. There's countless times. There's countless times. Okay, let's put it this way. He has a special needs kid, and he uses his own kid for money. He baits his own kid for money.
Look, here's what he did, Tim. Here's what he did. Here's what he did. I'll explain to you perfectly. He makes a video, right?
All right.
And he has Google ads on it, which is fine, whatever. But in this video, before the video, he puts another ad, like someone paid him to advertise their product in the video. So he puts another ad talking about a cell phone game. Well, the video he put that on, after you get done watching the cell phone app, it's about his son being mentally ill. His son's like in the kitchen spinning on a toy. And it's like a sympathy video. That's what it is. Like, oh, he's mentally ill and he's kind of talking about it. But why would you put an ad on that video? Because you know people are going to click it because they feel sorry for your son and they feel sorry for you. And that's just like exploitation out the ad. Like, you could have put that ad on any other video. But he had to maximize views, talk about his mentally ill son.
His kid was caught on camera.
I told you yesterday. I told him about that shit.
The problem I have with Woody.
Oh my God! Hold on. That's not even the worst thing.
He holds his daughter out. He holds his own.
I've been in the comments of this dude's video. He puts his 14-year-old daughter on there. The comments are full of people hitting on her, calling her sexy, all this shit. Now maybe it's some people her age, but it could be some pedo fucking weirdos too. And I've even seen him in the comments almost agging it on, like he'll ag it on. Well, he knows people think his 14-year-old daughter's hot, and he uses that for views. This guy will do anything for views, any fucking thing, to get some money and some views.
The problem I have is that whenever he has a little. He's like his main show, his biggest draw on his channel is a series called like Mail Monday. And people, it's like a Q&A thing. They write in, hey, Woody, help me out with this and this.
Yeah, I think Tim watched that blowjob vid.
He gives them sex advice. Like the last video he made.
We're talking about 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm saying, and this is ridiculous. Now hold up. Now this is where we go back to this. When we talk about all these kids that are fucked up in high school, this man has 2 million followers on YouTube. Now, damn. Let's think about this. Why are kids so fucked up in high school? They watch shit like this on the internet. Are you kidding me? What are you doing to these
it's all right to give advice, but you don't get into giving like a 15-year-old advice on how to give a blowjob. How can my girlfriend give me a better blowjob? You're like 14, 15, dude. Come on,
check this out, Tim. These are his the titles to his videos of the Mail Mondays. Okay, rape, 2 girls, 1 problem, friend zone. Next video, how to give a blowjob, not explicit, pregnancy, suicide. Let's look. Okay, the next one's stealing from parents, pick a career. Rapist, mom saw solo sex tape, bad grades.
What the hell?
Next video, 25-year-old virgin, mugging victim. Family, I don't know what BJJ means. I don't know what that is.
But my thing is, how could he feel comfortable even talking to little kids about shit like this? I mean, what is it about him? You know what I'm saying?
He is all about it.
Getting B's with hygiene, friend on sister action. These are 12-year-old kids, man. Dick pic troubles. What? And I'm reading those down the list.
Sex advice, but when your channel's on, like, he won't curse in his videos. He won't curse. Okay. Why won't you do that? Because kids are watching. Obviously, you won't curse in the video. You won't curse, but you'll do shit like this. You'll tell like I've seen the video. It's like a 15-year-old or 14-year-old. He wouldn't give the age. Like, he said it was a teenager. And the reason he wouldn't give the age is because that would have made it worse. It's probably 13, 12.
Hey, buddy, I'm 12 years old, and she's getting
my girlfriend and me don't want to have sex, but we want to do other things to please each other. And then even in the video, he says, people give me shit about giving kids sex advice. Whatever. If he's getting a blowjob, I'm going to help him out. Yeah. Like, dude, you're 40 fucking years old, man. There's a line.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm the kind of guy.
Kids watching, maybe don't talk about giving blowjobs.
Yeah, I'm one of the kind of people on YouTube. I'm like, I'll let them be in their corner and do what they want to do. But this guy has to be stopped. This is ridiculous. I mean, how would you feel? I don't have children, but if I had I walk into my kid's room or if I walk into my nephew's room or something, and I hear a video how to give a blow, you put your lips behind your teeth and you stick your tongue over your teeth. What? You're telling this to 12-year-olds? Like, that's some pedo stuff, bro.
Don't talk about that.
Like, that's kind of creepy.
I mean, now that's probably as worse as it gets. But let's get into something a little bit more personal. He is also corrupt. This man runs. Okay, this man makes a lot of money. This man makes a lot of money. And then he has this very successful podcast. Very successful podcast. Everybody in that podcast is getting fucked. And they let it happen. And that's ridiculous.
Imagine if this podcast right here got 250,000 views every video, and you all were always on every podcast, and I took all the money. It was rolling in by there, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars every month. It gotta be thousands of dollars every month because he does one every week. And he gets like 250,000 views. That's a lot of money. That's probably a good 1,000. One guy like advertised. If you advertise on PK, it costs like $1,000 or some shit.
Yep.
Somebody was telling me someone paid him $500 or something to advertise on PK, and they gained like 50 subs or some shit like that. Come on, man. Dang.
I don't know anything about that, but if that's true,
I can gain 50 subs and a retweet.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it sounds a little ridiculous because who has that amount of money to put into $500 or $1,000? That's a lot of cash.
Look at fat
single people with jobs that got nothing to spend it on. You got disposable
Wings is
income.
always complaining about being broke because he's not getting a take on that podcast. He's not getting any of it. But he's always complaining about being broke. But he's too afraid to stand up to Woody and get his money. Like,
how long would y'all stay on here if this was getting 250 views a video? And I was making money, and he probably tells them how much money he's made. They talked about it, like, oh my God, the views are going up, guys. Here's how much money I made. Like even Wing said, every once in a while he'll get like $100 for the podcast. Or
he put the stats. He put the stats on there. Like he was making like $200,000 off this podcast.
Wow.
And
wow.
Yeah, he put the stats on his Facebook page about how much he was making.
Imagine.
He wasn't shelling it out to
imagine
any
like
of them.
I'm making even if like $10,000 a year off the podcast. I keep all of it. How long y'all gonna stay on and just keep? Yeah, come in every week. I mean, what the fuck? Like this ain't a podcast right now. We're doing it for fun. What, we're gonna make a couple pennies off of it? This guy's making a lot of money, and he's got 2 co-hosts he don't care about. Now, FPS Russia might not give a fuck about that PKA money because he's got a channel rolling in money. But Wings cares. That fat motherfucker was on Twitter crying one night. Oh, I don't get none of the PKA money.
Oh, he actually said that he doesn't get any PKA money?
That's his fault, though. That's his fault. He needs to go out and do his own shit. Why is he not
man up and ask for his money? He's the only reason anybody watches the podcast because he's retarded and says stupid shit. So, I mean, he should get some fucking money for that.
Well, at least he's to do a spinoff and do his own thing and like, you know what I mean?
Tries, but he's one of these guys that needs to play off other people. He can't do his own shit. Like his channel's dying. He's got 450,000 subs. He gets like 20K views a video. He's dead.
Damn.
I hate how Woody just acts like.
Here's the thing, though. I would say Wings' problem, and I know it sounds kind of harsh, but fundamentally, at its core, Wings is a very weak person. And he's a very weak person, and he's a very petty person. And he's the kind of person. Tim, have you ever met somebody that'll go pick on somebody, like a kid that'll pick on another kid, in the playground, make them cry, rub their face in the dirt, and then go tell the teacher, nobody wants to be my friend. Everybody hates me. Well, maybe because you just peed in my lunchbox, dude. Maybe that's why everybody hates you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of attitude that, would you guys agree? Wings, he'll be a complete jerk to you, and then get on a video complaining about, everybody thinks I'm this horrible person, and I'm not. No,
he was making fun of his friend for getting a job. Like he said, his friend had to work, and he was making fun of that. Yeah. Like
he'll make fun of someone sitting next to him that works a blue collar job, that works hard. I'm not gonna be working a 9 to 5 job, making fun of working people.
So that's how I make money.
But then he expects people to feel bad for him when he's making money off of YouTube playing video games. I'm not saying he's making, and he's not making rolling in cash, but at some point he's making enough money to sustain his life.
This dude just told me in the comments, I don't know if this is true, but he said that on the last PKA, Woody was talking about having your children help make dick costumes for Halloween.
Oh shit!
I don't know about that.
Is that true?
I don't know. That could be false. I don't know if that's true.
I'll pull it up right now and show it, but
he'd be all on it. You know what he is. You start attacking Woody, he'll have your channel taken down. Or try to at least.
I've attacked him, and he's not touched my videos yet.
I will say this.
I wish he would.
This is how much of a weirdo that guy is, and I'm not trying to bash anybody. But I watched that part of PK. When they brought up about the blowjob video, this guy said, I started to make a video telling guys about how to break a girl's hymen. And he had like this little white, like coaster type deal, and he's like, if you do it like this, yeah, it's violent. But if you do it like this, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I swear,
I don't even know how you made it halfway through that fucking video without losing some brain cells.
That's fine when you have an adult channel, but when your majority of your viewers are children, you don't talk like that.
Right, yeah.
If you're like, I've got 10% audience is children, I can't stop them from watching, but I know 90% of my audience is adults, so I'm gonna have an adult channel. I can't help there's 10% of kids, but this guy's got
when your biggest draw
lot of
children.
Kids. Yes.
His channel, I would say it's probably about 90.
I want to see his demographics. I would love to see
I would say about 85 to 90% of his viewers are under the age of 14 years old. I would say 90%.
He could shut it down right now, show his demographics, and go, I don't have a big child audience, and everybody shut up.
Exactly.
But you know he does. All the Mel Mondays are little kids sending it
in. Because it's like saying, because the type of content he has on his channel, adults wouldn't watch that crap. It's like a kid's not going to come to Tim's channel and see his views and his takes on these, current world topics and events. And a kid's not going to come there. A kid's going to look at that and say, oh, look at this guy talking about, some biker getting run over, and he's going to leave. You know what I'm saying? So no adult's gonna go there and watch how to give a blowjob and sister on sister action. No, what? Come on, bro. Really?
And, if he was a doctor, like giving the sex advice, like how to give a blowjob, that's crossing the line. But if he was a doctor giving out like doctorly advice, like Dr. Drew used to be on the radio, and teenagers would call in, but Dr. Drew's a fucking doctor. And he's giving you actual doctor advice, like,
but you know what,
if you're having sex, wear a condom. Like, that's what you should tell these kids.
He's not the only person.
Wear a condom.
He's not the only person doing that. I've seen other channels that, give similar type of issues. Like, I've seen women, with, making videos about sucking dick and shit like that and how to do it and this and that.
Yeah, but she's not targeting children, though.
But I don't know what you mean by targeting.
Whenever you're 90% of your viewer base is children.
But you don't. I don't know.
And not only
look,
you're
I know exactly
your videos,
what Tim's not understanding. Listen, he's a gaming channel, number one.
Okay.
Kids watch games. I do gaming too, but I do a lot of shit like news and shit, and that kids ain't interested in that bullshit like we talk about. They're not interested in that. So that's where my adult audience. If I do a gaming video, there might be some kids on. That's like my 10% audience that watches. They watch them gaming videos. Okay. I'm not in those gaming videos. Hey, how to suck a dick. I might curse and stuff, but I'm not going too far. Okay. I'm not, getting into sex and shit like that.
So but when he does
Minecraft, a kiddie game, he won't curse. Obviously, he's not cursing because he's got kids watching.
Right. So when he does these sexually explicit shit, is he doing that while he's playing the game, or does he have another video?
Yes. Call of Duty in the background.
Call of Duty in the background. And the messages are from kids. The messages are from kids.
They're from children. They're from kids.
That's
high school, junior high kids.
Here's another one of his gems. He said on his podcast, he said, women are built to be raped, so it's not that big of a deal. They're built to be raped. That's what he said. It's a man with a daughter and a wife.
How's this guy not flagged down, man?
Because he's
I don't know if he said women are built for rape.
Oh, he did. Yes, I see that shit.
That might have been like misconstrued.
No, Google it. YouTube it right now.
The feminist will have his ass.
I don't make shit up. I'm not gonna say a lie.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes things can get a little misconstrued.
No, it was
lost in translation.
It was not taken out of context. I seen it. I seen it in the actual podcast. Like somebody linked it to me. When I hear this shit, I go, no way. And then people said it, and you're like, when you see it with your own eyes, it's like, well, you can't fucking deny it now. He said it. He said that shit. He's like, I mean, women are built like they're built to have a dick in them. So I mean, what's raping them? What's the big deal?
I mean, listen, like I don't know anything about what he does. I don't know anything about him. But I'll tell you this: that shit is indefensible, man. That shit's fucked up. I mean, he might as well just put his name in the newspaper and say, I'm a fucked up ass individual. He just put a spotlight on this motherfucker.
But look, whenever you try to tell him that, he won't. He thinks he's on top. He thinks he's better than you. Now I can tell you that from first-hand experience because I called him out. I called him out and I said he told me that he was better than me. And so when I asked, he told me on Twitter,
not only
before he blocks me, he told me he said that he was better than me. He was better than me.
At what?
Now, yeah, exactly. He
said
life,
basically. What was that cornerback that told Skip Bayless, I'm better than you at life? You know what I'm talking about? Sherman Richards or what? For Seattle. He's like, I'm better than you at life. He pulled one of them on him.
Yeah. And then as I respond, I said, okay, well then let's take this like grown ass men, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. You tell me how you're better than me and about what you're doing and how you run your business to all these little kids. Tell me how you're better than me. And then next thing you know, like I get blocked and then all these fucking haters come over here. I'm just like, okay, you're better than me. You're better than me. Got you.
Like I'm not a hater. I used to watch him. Like I'd watch some of his videos and I thought, he's got a real like nice guy persona that he's got going on. So I used to watch him and I go, he's a nice guy. I may not have the best content, but he's a decent guy. But then I start hearing people say to me, go, why do you watch Woody? This guy's a scumbag. And I'm like, oh, no, you're hating. You're a hater. That's what you say. Well, you're jealous. You're fucking jealous because he's got subs and stuff. Because that's what he says. That's the bullshit he feeds. Oh, they're jealous of me.
And I was the same exact way, Tim. I was like, you're watching.
I never watched Mel Monday. I never watched that. Not interested.
Like, he's a cool guy, you know, but you start looking at him, and you pay attention to the videos he's making, and you look at the little subtleties he's saying. Then you watch. This guy thinks he's a freaking Greek god. You know what I'm saying? He thinks you're a peasant. You know, he's a bad guy.
You sound like a closet child molester to me, man.
I'm not gonna say that, but
I don't know.
I
think he knows that this gets views because
I think
little teenagers, they get online and they're looking for sex. I mean, kids are looking for sex, but you don't go out and present it to them as a 40-year-old man.
Right.
If they're finding porn online, you know, that's whatever. But when you're a 40-year-old man, like, putting it out there, you're fucked up. You're supposed to know better. The kids don't know better. He's not a pedo. He knows it gets
I don't think he's a pedo.
He's a money whore. And everyone likes money. But he'll do anything for money.
He takes advantage of it.
He's the kind of motherfucker that walks by a penny and goes, oh, shit, you got to have that. Like, most people see a penny, they're like, man, what the fuck am I picking that up for? I mean, yeah, fuck. They ain't going to get me nowhere. He'll pick that penny up.
It's that greed, man. That greed.
He wants money. He's a pedo. He wants money.
Money.
He knows. Hey, I'll do a video. And I mean, these questions may be made up from these kids. He may be writing it himself. But as long as he's going to pretend they're real, as long as he's going to say they're real, I'm going to assume they're real.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter because there's going to be a kid out there listening.
Right. Kids are watching.
It doesn't matter if it's a fake person that wrote it. That's one person.
Right.
It's the masses that you're reaching. It's the response to the question. It doesn't matter if little Jimmy writes him, hey, I want a blowjob from Sally or whatever. Can you help me out, man? No, it's not about that. When he makes that video and gives it to a million kids, you know, that's the problem.
Wow.
I get people asking me all the time, like, can you give me advice? No, I'm not giving you advice on nothing. Like, it's not. I mean, if it's like...
You won't give him advice, Smokey? Help him out, man?
I mean, he needs to know how to do that. Little Tommy
kids know. Because I might give him some advice, and he might do something, and then I go to jail. Because I'll go to jail. They look at his computer records. Oh, this guy told him to do this. This one guy was like, I'm being bullied in school. What do you think I should do? And I was like, talk to your fucking parents about it. Hey, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Goes into school, beats his kid up, beats him too much, kills him, then they arrest me. I read about stories like that shit happening. I read about shit like that.
Pretty cool. Remember that time we're playing the game? I think we were playing Last of Us, and I played that video of it where he's like, "What's up, my niggas?" or something like that. You remember what I'm talking about? We made that video. Woody. Woody. What? Remember we were playing Last of Us, and I was like, he came on, he was like, because somebody wrote in like a Q&A question for him. And then the way he said it, like he started the video, it was the first sentence. He read the guy's question. He said it in like that little jokey, funny way, like he thought it was cute to say nigger on the video. You know what I'm talking about, Smokey? You know what I'm talking about? I was like, this guy.
Sometimes you just bite your fucking tongue and you just know better.
I'm just gonna smack the shit out of him.
I mean, he's a corrupt guy.
I could say this, but why? What does it gain me?
Right. Yeah, what is it?
More money, because these kids.
But you know what, though? On YouTube, though, for real, Smokey, now, I don't know all the videos you do, Kenneth or Shag. I don't know. But people want to see us go full ballistic on motherfuckers. I mean, it's like, I'm seeing that when I try to be diplomatic, people get turned off. They want me to just, like, go hammer time on motherfuckers. I think it's like they want to see the aggressive side. They want you to say what they're not able to say. They want you to, especially if you're talking about somebody they don't like. And that's a game that they want you to play. And you know what? I mean, I definitely don't condone what he's doing, but I understand when people have to push the envelope and say certain shit to incite their viewers to keep them entertained.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really think I walk around all day going, motherfucker, these motherfuckers.
Right, but
yeah.
He's crossing a line.
You know
that's different. Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're saying. There's some things, you have to kind of, in a sense, create a persona.
Right.
You have to kind of, create that persona.
But you don't create a pedo persona. You don't do that. You don't I'm the YouTube's resident pedophile. What the fuck is that?
Hey kids, how you doing?
That's
crazy, exploiting his own children, which is so fucking obvious to me. I don't care what anyone says. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes. He exploits his own kids for views. You know why he started putting his family on his channel? I'll tell you why he started putting his family on his fucking channel.
Why,
because Call of Duty is dying. It's not getting. Here's his thing. He's untalented. I mean, he's a talented guy in his job and what he does. But as an entertainer, he's not. People aren't tuning in because Woody's entertaining. Adults ain't watching him. He wants you to get invested in his fucking family. If you want, oh, Woody's family, I love Woody's family. That's what he's going for. People
that
will
guy ain't entertaining.
My family.
That guy ain't entertaining. He ain't good at his job. He went to some no-name college that nobody could even find if you paid him for it.
I'm talking about his job that he does, like his real job that he had.
That's what I'm talking about. He was like a software engineer.
Yeah, he's good at that.
College that nobody ever freaking heard of. That admittedly said he flunked in high school and barely made it to college.
You know more about Woody than I do. This motherfucker's like a Woody expert.
I know, because I used to watch the guy. Because when I first got on YouTube,
not that much.
No. When I first got on YouTube, was watching YouTube videos, I used to watch Only Use Me Blade. I used to watch Woody, and I used to watch Wings because those were the videos that were, popping up all the time.
Wings, Jesus Christ!
At first, man, I'm saying when I first got there is what I'm saying. When I first got there, listen to what I'm telling you, son. Just listen for a minute.
I'd rather watch a billion bombs be dropped on the man over and over and watch a Wings of Redemption video.
Oh man!
Like, as far as I'm concerned, I think Woody should be a registered sex offender.
No, I don't think he should be a registered. I think he needs to stop soliciting those sex videos to kids. That's what I think.
But he doesn't. He should have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah. Or maybe YouTube should. I know, like on Facebook, on one of my pages, I've blocked anybody who's not above 18. So like I put my own filters on, and I've got like 6,000 subscribers, over 6,000 now, but I could probably have a lot more if I didn't block them. But I'd rather block them not to expose them to content that they shouldn't deal with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have that in YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube that long, but I don't think YouTube has that.
I don't think you can do that either.
Yeah.
Well, you can age restrict the video. You can age restrict the video.
That's true. You can.
Even if you do, and then it's going to go the fuck around it if they want to watch it. How hard is it to go? I'm 18. I just type it in. If they really want to watch it, they're going to watch it.
I used to do that on video games back in the day before I was 18. I used to, how old are you? I'd be like 03, 17, 1907. Like, I ain't 110 years old.
If he did that, at least he'd be trying to make his content. But like you saying, guys, I mean, like I said, I never watched this shit, but he's doing this shit on purpose. He's going, like you say, he's targeting those kids. That's fucked up, man. I don't see any way around it. I don't see any way around it.
If you want to run channel for kids, that's fine, but run it right. Stop
the worst part is
sex off of it.
He's the kind of guy, like in the community, that Shaggy and Smokey are in, the gaming community and whatever. Right. And with our favorite game being Call of Duty, he's one of the people that they send to go to the studios and play the freaking games. He's one of the guys that they go and ask questions about, and get advice on how to make the game better for us. He's one of the biggest Call of Duty channels in the in that gaming community, like your news community. Imagine the biggest guy that gives out news, and he one of the biggest guys that, let's say, top 3 or 4 biggest guys giving out news, and he's the one targeting kids with these sex videos. That's what is just ridiculous. It's
I don't see why it's so hard not to do it, because I mean, hell, look at you got T Martin and fucking Ollie A or whatever the fuck that faggot's name is. They all I don't care for any of them, dude. I don't.
Well, here's the thing. T Martin sold Activision, so nobody's gonna take serious what he says. But little retard kids, I shouldn't have said retarded individuals.
But what I'm saying is, they have tons of followers, they have tons of subscribers, and they don't talk about any of that shit.
Well,
Woody talks about, so I don't see why he can't do the same fucking thing.
Ali A gets views because he has insider information. Somebody at Activision, he's related to somebody at Activision or something that gives him the information on the inside, and he brings it to you first.
Wait, fill me in on what we're talking about. I had to go piss.
We're talking about faggot ass T Martin, faggot ass Ollie A, and why fucking
care
Woody
about those guys.
What's
the big deal?
Why he still has
what are they doing wrong?
Listen, that's not the point. No, exactly. They're not doing anything wrong. That's what we're talking about. we're saying, why can't Woody, you know, basically talk about the same shit that they talk about, which is what he also talks about. Why can't he leave the explicit shit alone?
Because
he doesn't
he's a money whore, and when you've got that amount of money coming in, do you really change it? If you know you'll give sex advice to children, and you're going to get all these views.
I don't know how you live with that.
I couldn't do it, but he's doing it because he's like looking at that money, and he's like, fuck that, I'm not giving that money up. It's the same thing with the podcast he does. I could share. I mean, I could split this money equally, which is what I'd fucking do. But do I want to do that with all this money? I mean, I have my family to support. Do I really give a fuck about this fat motherfucker living in North Carolina? No, I don't give a fuck enough to help him. But I'll sit on Twitter and pretend I give a fuck. Wings needs money. Woody knows Wings needs money. Why wouldn't you say, okay, Wings, I'm going to give you 50% of the podcast money because you need it? Because he ain't gonna do that. Because he's the guy that picks the penny up. Let's stop
talking about these idiots, man. This is TBS podcast, not I'm a pedo and I like to solicit sex videos of children's podcast. All right, it's not.
People love it when I talk about this.
This is TBS. Let's go. Give us the topic, Tim. Give us something, Smokey.
Well, shit, we got a lot of shit in the news. What else we got, man? What happened that we didn't talk about
today?
Hey, you know what? I mean, I know we try to cover a little bit of everything, but I can't believe that movie Gravity is still at the fucking top of the box office.
I
thought it was trash.
It looks good. I understand.
You've seen it.
I haven't saw it, but I thought it was trash.
You haven't saw it?
No. I haven't saw it.
Has anybody seen it? First off, has anybody seen it?
How the hell can you say it's trash?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. From watching videos and stuff and people saying that the movie was bland, that's why I say I thought it was trash. Not that, I saw the movie.
It looks badass.
300 million. That's where it's at right now. 300 million. Yeah, Gravity. Just a movie about two people. There's two actors in the movie. And it's at...
Hold on. What is this movie about? What is this movie about?
Two people in space.
We might be thinking about different movies.
Isn't it about like Sandra Bullock's in space and then something happens and she starts floating away?
And she starts floating away.
Oh, that's Gravity?
That's badass. I'd watch that. I seen a movie about a guy sitting on the moon by himself and he was going crazy. That was a good ass movie. A woman floating through space and they're trying to save her before she floats away. That's a good ass movie. It sounds good to me. It must be good. It's #1.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's 30 mil.
I must be thinking about a different movie.
Has it been #1 for 2 weeks?
3 weeks, I think.
3 weeks. So I mean, it can't suck. It may come out at #1 and suck, but eventually people are gonna go, this shit sucks. Obviously it's good if people are going to see it.
It's got George Clooney.
George Clooney's in it?
Yeah. No, that ain't the movie I was seeing. The one I'm talking about has some no-name guys in it.
Oh, you watching that shit off Netflix, the B movie.
What? Atlantic Rim.
You're watching Woman Floats Away in Space, the movie. That's what you're watching.
Until your girl comes to the house to try to make the mood all sexy.
Remember when Battle Los Angeles came out and they had
this ain't no Pacific Rim, baby. This is Atlantic Rim. What is Atlantic Rim? I thought we was watching Pacific Rim. This even better than Pacific Rim, baby. This Atlantic Rim. You know what I'm saying?
Who watches them movies, and why does Netflix buy those fucking things?
I don't understand. That blows my mind, too.
I don't know.
Like the
Netflix is so desperate for content. There's so much... Get rid of all that shit on Netflix that nobody wants to see.
That's the problem. I got to dial through all the crap to find something decent.
Just because you can get a movie for 2 cents doesn't mean you should. I'm not interested. There's a movie on Netflix about a turkey coming back to life and killing people on Thanksgiving. The horror movie. Out of your fucking mind.
Wow.
They're sitting around a goddamn boardroom and like, hey, we can get Turkey Slaughter 2000. We can get that movie for 2 cents. Fucking get it. Content is content. No reviewers want content. I don't want shit. Jesus.
Shit. What was the last good movie you saw?
This Is the End.
Hey,
I'm watching The Conjuring after this podcast. I'm watching The Conjuring.
Oblivion.
That was good too.
I heard it was scary. I haven't seen it.
I heard it's the scariest movie ever made. El Presidor was hyping the shit up. I don't know if he's trolling or not. It's hard to tell.
You can't trust nothing the Presidor says. That son is the biggest troll on planet Earth.
But usually before he does a troll video, he'll be on Twitter saying he's going to do it. He seems genuine about liking the movie. I'm gonna watch it.
And people blow my mind the way they follow him. That just blows my mind.
Who's this?
Oh God, okay? This dude's like basically a troll, right? And he's got these guys that like follow him, and he makes them feel special, but he's just trolling them. He's trolling them as much as he's like doing any of this. Like it's ridiculous.
Oppressador trolls everybody.
I know, but do you see those kids on Twitter that just like.
You ever see the people? It'll be like Oppressador's dog, Oppressador's neighbor.
Yeah, they all follow
Oppressador's son, Oppressador's kidnapped victim. Oppressador's corn on his left toe. You know, like
and they're the ones getting trolled the most.
Who are these motherfuckers?
Oh God! See, at first, no. Here's the thing. At first, I thought he was a genius because I thought all those accounts were his. So I thought he would be Oppressador.
They're not all Prez.
No. At first, I thought all of those accounts were his. So he'd make a post and then come as Oppressador's son and screw with his own. You know what I'm saying? Like say something. And then he's been a troll, so I thought it was like Oppressador's dog would come and say something. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like battle him yourself, because he's a troll. So that's something that I would think Oppressador would do. But no, it's literally people who get these accounts. Yeah, they're different people. So I was like, what?
I think it's fucking hilarious. One day he did a video he did this video, and in the background his microwave was in the background, and like the crock pot was in the background. So then I get on Twitter. And he's retweeting, like, someone made an Oppressador's microwave account.
Yeah,
and the microwave account, the microwave's talking shit to the crock pot. Like, the crock pot's like, why don't you ever use me? And then the microwave pops in and he goes, because you're a faggot. The microwave's better. And they're like, the microwave's bad. Like, it's funny as fuck. Like, who cares? It's just people bored out of their minds. They're doing funny shit.
Well, that's what I originally thought it was. Him, trolling everybody. Like, that would have been genius. Now, that would have been genius. But...
It's more genius to get other people to make account like you.
Yeah, you got
there's a Twitter account for like everything in his house. His sock.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shoe. Like damn.
And he's not making that up. Oppressador's tennis racket.
Yes, Big Soda Burns said it was all Prez's accounts. There's no fucking way.
No way that guy's with 30 passwords and actively tweeting 30. No way.
Like, if you've seen some of the stuff that I see Smokey retweeting, I'm just like, oh my God.
Smokey's got a good Twitter, bro. There's some funny stuff that goes down on Smokey's Twitter.
First off, no, let me put it this way. These motherfuckers follow Smokey just as much as they follow El Prez. I'm like, God damn.
I think Smokey's got one of those soccer accounts that like Smokey's dog or something like that.
I've seen those.
Yeah, there's some weirdos that like follow me and they want my attention so bad, and I refuse to give it. I just watch it all day. It scrolls down.
Yeah, it's got some weirdos on the internet.
Goose on
I've
Twitter.
seen like 20. I've seen probably like 15 accounts of your bird, Smokey's bird. Blue,
oh yeah, my bird has a lot of accounts.
There's a lot of accounts. Like,
and here's the thing, though. I'm not hating or anything. I'm just saying, but you would think you would do that to somebody that has like 700,000 views or something, not subscribers or something. Not somebody that's just like coming up in the YouTube game.
Yeah.
Like, I can see if you did that to like FPS Russia or whoever the big people, Daystorm or something like that. But like just regular like come up with Tim's wristwatch. Like Tim's wristwatch. Like,
someone make Tim's wristwatch right now.
Make Tim's wristwatch. Let's get one for everybody. Let's see. Let's get one for Tim's hat.
I know the guy who makes all those accounts. I follow him on Twitter. I'll tell you.
I want to.
If you would like to follow the guy that makes all of those accounts, at Mr. Goosebuster makes all those accounts. The guy's got like 100 Twitter accounts. I'm not shitting you.
Let's get. We get a Tim's hat, a Shaggy sweatshirt, a Smokey's headset, we got a tennis wristwatch. I'm sure they'll be made by the end of the night. You'll be floating around, somebody will follow you. You'll be like, what the fuck? My sweatshirt? What the fuck? Shaggy's sweatshirt said this is swag. Like, what the fuck? What? No.
This is crazy.
This is horrible. It'll happen, man. That's what's crazy, man. That's what's crazy about Twitter and all that YouTube shit. The people that watch it are crazy. It's funny as hell.
Well, I can tell you guys, man, Smokey helped. I want to thank you, Smokey Live, man, for sending all those subscribers that got me started, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Smoke.
Here's the thing about Tim. Like, Tim was one of those guys that, like, he left a comment on my video, and he was like, check out my video, and you get that all the time. And most of the time, it's like, oh, God, like, here's another one of these guys. But Tim's one of those rare guys that's like, it's good videos. Like, you check it out, and you're like, oh, man, you're, like, shocked. It's like, oh, shit.
Like I was telling him on Twitter, I was like, I know good content when I see it. And it's just a matter of time till one of these videos just blows up. And he's gonna be that next good guy. I'm telling his content, and I'm not, in this day and age, you like something, you're a D-rider, and you hate something, you're a hater. But I'm saying, I'm telling you, this guy's video is good content.
That's just dangerous,
it's
though,
good
Ken.
Content.
Hey, Ken, you seen those biker videos I did, right? You seen them? Yeah, man. I caught a lot of heat for that shit, dude.
You're gonna catch a lot of heat, man. It's the internet.
Yeah.
And nothing you can do.
There you go, exactly. And I had
I'm sure we'll catch some heat from this podcast.
Oh my God! Hey.
What? What did you do?
Guess who just followed me on Twitter?
Somebody just hit me up. Hold on.
At Tim's wristwatch is now following me on Twitter right now.
We making moves. We making moves.
Tim's wristwatch is following me on Twitter.
Wow.
Now watch. When Tim has 1 million subs, you remember this night.
Tim's wristwatch.
Podcast #1. Tim's wristwatch.
Tim's wristwatch.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But man, so Shaggy, what kind of videos do you do, man?
Smokey's headset is now following me on Twitter.
I told you, man. Hey, look, I don't do YouTube videos. I'm here for the podcast. Basically, I work with Smokey for a long time. We've been friends for quite a few years now. I'm, here to support the podcast, whatever. We started doing a podcast way back in the day, like a few years ago. Started off something little. Even when the channel was small, we still did podcasts. Now we're just trying to get big, and I'm just here for support, really, man.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. I think in the beginning with the politics, I don't know, man, if we should have went that route. What you think?
Nah,
hey, man,
man. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake.
That's the kind of discussion that motherfuckers are in the comments going on. That's what you want.
But you know what, though?
Negative, positive, it doesn't matter as long as they're talking about you.
But you know what, though? We need time limits, though, Smoke. Like 15, you know what I'm saying? No, like
I agree.
Totally.
I agree.
Off the cuff, just whatever happens, happens. That's what people want to hear. Nobody wants all this censored. It's all we got 15 minutes to talk about this.
So we don't stay on the same shit too long. That's all. So we don't stay on the same shit.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Go this. Tim's hat. Follow me on Twitter now. Tim's hat.
Tim's hat. There you go.
I told y'all, man, it's crazy.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
Well, then, fuck it then. I got an important question for all three of you, and I want each of you to answer it. Do you really give a fuck if the woman you're seeing has implants or natural?
I don't care.
I don't care.
It look good. I like to squeeze them.
I like that.
Yeah, okay. I felt both.
Would I fuck a girl with implants? Yes. Would I marry one? No, probably not.
Here's the thing. It's deeper than that. Because on the visceral level, it's like it's no big deal. But like when Smokey said, would I marry one? I'm thinking of the psychology of the woman now. Like, what is it about you that made you think that you needed those fake tits?
She has small breasts.
Yeah, what if she had A? What if she had AIDS? She had size A's. She wasn't getting no love. Homegirl from the block was not getting any love. Okay, so is she daddy?
I've never been with a girl with fake titties. I don't know how. Maybe they feel great, but.
But yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, why not? Who cares?
I mean, I don't care. I mean, especially if daddy paid for him, there ain't no psychological about it.
I watch too much porn to care about fake daddy.
Some of them fake titties though got scars on them. You see them.
That's true. They got to be maintained. They have to look good.
She's getting fucked, and the implants like.
Oh, Shaggy's crazy. They got to be maintained.
They got to be maintained, bro. They
can't let them go.
I don't care if you gotta put some blush on them. I don't care if you gotta, get some of that. Whatever you gotta do to make them look presentable, we straight. All right, we straight.
They're like it's a bush in your garden or something. They gotta be maintained.
They have to be maintained.
Titty upkeep. Breast upkeep.
That's right.
Hey,
Make
man.
a job.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's October.
That's it, man.
Go. That's it.
Oh.
That's shit's right there.
Another controversial topic. The NFL does that shit every year. You see pink this, pink that. Dude, the amount of money that actually makes it to the Breast Cancer Association is about 10% or some shit like that, man.
Yeah.
So most of the money is the retailers get most of the money. The NFL gets like 30%, and they get like 20, if I'm not mistaken. Between 10 and 20% of that dollar makes it to where it's supposed to go. So just anybody watching, if you want to get a Breast Cancer Association, give directly to the organization, not to the NFL or any other organization in the middle between your donation.
I don't trust any of these charities because I don't know what a bunch of money goes.
Go straight to the source.
That Hurricane Katrina money, like $700 million of that charity money, is just they don't know where the fuck it went.
Dude, that's
what?
It's
in some motherfucker's bank account right now.
That's
fuck that, man. If I want to
the thing is,
I'll just go where it happened and just I'll hand money out to the people down there. That's better than fucking, donate
New Orleans
to charity.
is still broken. It still looks like a bomb. It still looks like a bomb hit New Orleans.
It does.
You would have got that $700 million.
It still looks like a bomb hit some part of New Orleans. It's ridiculous. Dude, it's crazy.
How long ago was that shit? Has it been almost
2005?
2005.
8 years, yeah, 8 years. God damn. We don't, man. What other fucking look.
I just saw a picture of Tim's hat.
Seriously though, what other sign do you need to know that the government don't give a fuck about us, man? I mean, come on, man. They don't really give a shit. If they cared, they would fix New Orleans.
They don't really care about us.
That's
what Michael Jackson said. They don't really care about us.
Hey, Shaq, you dropped off, man.
No, yeah, he laughed himself into a coma or something. He saw your hat. He saw Tim's hat and it was too much for him. It killed his internet. It was over.
I got trigger happy with the mouse.
I told you.
Shit.
Man, Tim's hat had me weak. I was laughing my ass off.
It's funny as shit, man.
That is fucking hilarious.
Man. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, that Superdome was fucked up though, son. That Superdome shit, that wasn't a good place to be. You know anybody that was in the Superdome, Ken?
Mm-hmm. I have family members that were down there.
What they tell you about that shit, man?
I mean, to be completely honest with you, the family members that I had down there were much older than me because this happened in 2005. So I was in junior high school.
Okay.
So they were in more conversing with my grandmother and my mother. Right. But it was from what I heard that's trickled down. Things my mom's telling me, my grandmother told me. Before she passed away, it was the jungle. Like they literally, the worst thing that you can imagine, they put people in a hot box and left them there. Like it was a jungle. I mean, when they say, children, women were getting raped, that happened. Like, I mean, it was, and look, I love Louisiana, I love Baton Rouge, I love New Orleans. New Orleans is a rough place. Like, people don't really realize how bad New Orleans is. Right. And you put and I understand, people do things for their own reasons, but that was just poor. It's almost to the point to where you want to ask yourself, was it deliberate? I mean, to put women and children in that type of environment, I mean, it was bad. It was bad, man. I mean, it was like putting a cage of pit bulls and throwing bones in there and just say, if you come out, you come out.
Damn.
Man, can you imagine?
And the worst thing about it is, you have to be from here to really understand what happened. People always say, well, why didn't they just leave? Why didn't they get out?
Are you gonna swim? You gonna swim?
Because I'm poor and I don't have a car or transportation, and the city did not arrange buses to be able to get people out of this freaking bowl that we're sitting under one of the largest lakes in America, like, right. And we're poor and we have nowhere to go. And not only are we poor, we have nowhere to go. No one cares about us. they want the city wants us gone in certain parts of the city. They want us gone. So it's not, and then you have to realize from being from South Louisiana, there's a culture. We get so many hurricanes. Like, are you going to pack up and leave 3 times every year?
Damn.
I mean, can you do that? I mean, like, hurricanes hit us so much, and we're, New Orleans is right there on the coast. Baton Rouge is right there in southeast Louisiana, the Mississippi area, the Georgia, that coastal area. Every year you're getting hit by 2 or 3 or 4 hurricanes, and that 2003 to 2008 span was horrible for hurricanes. Like, it hasn't even been that bad since then. Like, they was just hitting us and hitting us and hitting us. And like, people don't have money or the capability to leave their house 3 times a year every year. So for the past 20, 30 years, people are thinking, well, my mama stayed when the hurricane came.
Got you. Right.
My daddy stayed when the hurricane came.
So it's like in the culture for them to say, we're going to stick it out.
And it's almost a way, you will say it's foolish, but it's always like, almost like a term of endearment. Like, ain't no hurricane running us off. Like, this is what we did. This is what we do. This is New Orleans, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, hurricane. What's a hurricane? And the levees broke, and everybody drowned.
Damn. Some hard shit, man. Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think about these?
And they don't tell you how bad it is. I mean, when it was right there, you have people in the Superdome. It was flooded almost all the way up to Uptown, all the way up to the Superdome, nearly. It had when there's videos. See, everybody don't see the videos, and they don't hear the stories. And when they got dead bodies and alligators are eating people.
God damn.
Like that's real. Like, it's people.
That's fucking real.
It's not. Oh, I lost my. It's people. We don't know where they at. They didn't come back. The water came and they was gone. And
ain't nobody fucked up about it.
Ain't nothing to put in no casket. They gone. We don't. They gone.
Just gone. That's it. Just gone.
They gone. Like, the storm came, the levee broke, and Mama was gone. Like, that's what I mean. It's like,
that's fucked up, man.
That's just the reality of it.
That sounds like a song lyric, man. That's fucked up.
The most fucked up part was, though, if you remember, like, they couldn't get in. The government was acting like they couldn't get in, but all the news all the news trucks was in. I remember Geraldo Rivera's ass was right outside the Superdome.
That was bull.
Geraldo Rivera was standing outside that motherfucker with a microphone, a news truck. You can't get some water and food in. It don't make no sense. They let those people die. They didn't give a fuck.
That was bull. They did. They let them die.
And you know what, though? The thing I say about that is that we want to say it was a black-white issue, but, man, for real, I think it was an economic issue.
Yeah.
America don't give a fuck, man. If you poor, America don't give a fuck about you. And the sooner that black people, white people, Latinos, Hispanics, Asians, everybody realize that unless you rich, you are fucked.
Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. Like, I hate to make it a thing, but what it had to take is ministers had to go get on buses and say, we go and get our people out of the Superdome because they're getting raped and they dying down there. And that's wasn't nobody coming to help. Bush was flying over in this helicopter, waving, and a good job, Browning. What?
Brownie was an asshole.
You making jokes, and when people down here, like, and people think they think you're blabbing on and you're being comical about it, but what do you tell? How can you bring a person psychologically back from there when you walk out of what's supposed to be your refuge? And people getting eaten by alligators, man.
God damn.
That's crazy, man. That's
most powerful country in the world. Most powerful country in the world.
I tell you what, I ain't trying to change the subject, but
no, you can change it.
No, fucking, up, I just something that baffles me. This baffles me. This is the world. Now, this high school football team beat another high school football team 91-0. 91-0. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, I understand. That's an ass whooping, all right?
Right.
Parents, this is on ESPN. Parents complained that the team that was winning 91-0 was bullying the other team. Bullying.
You know what's funny about that? I was at my cousin's football game 2 weeks ago, and they were getting a mud hole stomped in them. I mean, it was 61-0. And I looked over and I said, I'm the kind of cat, and this is my own cousin. I said, if I was them, I'll put 100 on y'all. I said, I'll try to embarrass y'all. There's too much sensitivity going on in this country.
What about your empathy, my brother? What? Look,
no.
How many points are enough? How many points are enough? How many points do you need?
You got me. real slick. Hey.
I just think it, but they're
Well
trying to take this kid's wins away for bullying. They're bullying the other team. That's wild. That's wild.
Only on TBS podcast.
It's not their fault. That other team sucks.
Right. They shouldn't have played. And look. But I agree with you, Shaggy, man. We making our guys, man, too feminine with that bullshit.
Yeah, man. You need to go out there. You playing a game of football, son. Learn some defense.
Maybe because I'm from that culture of when I was a little kid playing ball.
Right.
I mean, it ain't no daddy. Oh, go get him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go get him.
It's competitive nature.
You know, I don't know, man. It's just.
If I was on the team that was losing, I'm pissed off. I'm smacking everybody on my team.
Nobody wants to work for anything anymore. They just want to hand it to them. And that's because you're raised as a kid now. Like, if you win the game, you don't win. We all win. You know, the game ends.
No, you lost and I won.
So nobody's got that drive anymore to like, now I want to be the best. Some motherfuckers are going to have to work at McDonald's,
That's true.
And those people should be paid a decent living wage.
That's right.
They shouldn't be multimillionaires, but they are still working, trying to do something. But not everybody can. All these idiots. Everybody should go to college if they want a better job. Well, if we're all fucking lawyers and doctors, who's cleaning the vomit off the floor? Who's picking the garbage up? These people
like I always say. It's like one of my professors told me when I first walked in, first day on campus. They told us in the class, somebody's got to spill the coffee and somebody's got to clean it up.
You think the garbage man's worthless? Well, let's just stop garbage service for a year and see how that works out for all you motherfuckers.
Hey, they get paid good money. Hey,
how many of y'all gonna?
They do.
They should get paid more for picking up that nasty shit. Sometimes I don't even want to touch my own garbage can. The shit's all fucking goddamn. Sometimes the flies will be all over it.
Hey, they get good benefits and they get guap.
Good.
I tell you what.
Right.
Somebody should suck their dick every time they get home from work for going that garbage, picking up people's shit. Yeah, some of the people don't bag their garbage properly. The shit.
But you know what though? You know, at a certain point, though, you got to look at it like, I remember when I used to say everybody should try to get as far as they can in their life and be successful at whatever, right? And I used to look at people who weren't doing shit, like they sit around drinking 40s and shit or just hanging out, and I'd be like, what's wrong with this dude? But I had to grow to understand that some people don't want to be successful. Some people don't want to, you know, a mansion, or some people don't want $1 million. They don't want to be millionaires. Some people just want to be happy. Leave me the fuck alone.
They're content.
They're content. And in a way, I know it doesn't seem. If you're ambitious, it may not make sense, but sometimes they're more happy than the people who are out here trying to own the world.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Because even Sam Walton, I did a story on Walmart. Sam Walton's last words was, "I wish I would have did it different. I wish I would have spent more time with my family." He's one of the greatest businessmen of our country ever.
Who?
But he wishes Sam Walton.
Walmart.
Oh. He said if he could do it again, he wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have built Walmart. He'd spend time with his family. Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's kind of easy to say once you're 80 years old and you done, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how much I believe that.
You done sailed on a boat around the world with 6 Colombian beautiful, fine mamacitas. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have been different too. You know what I'm saying?
I bet his family's very happy he made Walmart. I think they don't give a fuck that he spends time.
No, you shouldn't have done it different. No. You did exactly right. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, though. You get into that mode to where, because
I mean,
it's the hardest thing that I've realized. You know, growing up, going to college, being you're conversing with people like you guys on YouTube, is that everybody doesn't have that same drive as you do.
That's true.
Everybody doesn't have that same mindset. So it's so easy to look around and be like, like Tim said, what is this guy doing? Does he not want anything out of life? I'm waking up every morning and my mind says, go get it. What is that guy doing? But at the same time, you have to realize that everybody doesn't have that same mindset. Everybody doesn't think the same way. Everybody doesn't have the capability of the same thought. Everybody didn't have maybe the same upbringing that you had. Like I always tell people, it sounds kind of crazy. I'm from the ghetto, and I'm from the hood, but I'm one of the only ones that made it, quote unquote made it. Getting out, getting a college education. Trying to become somewhere in my life. But the only reason that I say it all the time, because somebody loved me, because my mother loved me, because somebody cared enough to make sure, hey, it's 6 o'clock, them street lights on, make sure you're behind in this house. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, what Timmy and Bobby's doing down the street. Your butt gonna be in here reading these books and doing this mathematics homework.
But it wasn't only them, it was you too, because you also listened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You took your ass in the house, son.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna get that belt for the switch.
You could have
I really
switch off that tree.
I was gonna get that switch.
No joke.
Yeah, I'm from Louisiana. They get that switch.
Has everyone in here been beat with a switch off a tree?
Hell yeah.
It fucking hurts. My 7-year-old grandma took a switch off a tree, beat my ass with it.
And this is how cruel my grandmother was. She'd get me with the switch, right? And I do something. She make me walk outside and go get it off the tree.
You mean they happened more than once? It only took one time for somebody to take that shit hurts.
So he'll get you. Go get the switch.
Straighten you out.
So not only do you gotta go,
I'm never doing it again because that was horrible.
Now you thinking about this behind whipping? You go and get your own weapon of torture and bring it back to the beach.
Oh yeah, they make you go get the.
Yeah, go out there, go get it.
That make you go get it.
Yeah, don't try to get a little one. Don't get a small one.
Want to get beat with.
Yeah, don't get this heavy one. It's not gonna move as fast, but it's got those big knots on it. Or do I want to wear these skinny ones that sting real bad? But it might break.
That shit's against the law now. That shit's against the law now, though, son. If you do that shit now, they'll take your kids from you. When I was coming up, that's how parents did. They did stupid shit like that. They grab an ironing board or grab a.
I ain't never had no ironing board, but I ain't got that switch.
They didn't give a fuck.
I don't necessarily think it's bad. If you're doing it every night, yes.
Yeah.
But certain times I got it and I deserved it, and it made me a better person in life. Kept me off drugs.
I say it to this day.
Drinker. I mean, there's certain things I don't do in my life because I would have got the shit beat out of me if I'd have ever done it.
I'll say it to this day.
And most of the time, if you don't do it in your teens, you probably won't do it. Exactly. You'll get older and realize, once you get older, you're like, that shit's stupid. Kids do dumb shit. But if the parent, you're going to get harsh punishment for doing dumb shit, you're not going to do dumb shit.
Exactly. Like I said, I say it to this day. And I'm a grown man. I'm 21 years old. Until this day, before I make a bad decision, in my mind, for a split second, my mind goes back to, you would probably get hit with a switch. Like, Momo would probably hit me with a switch. And it snapped you out. It was like, nah. Bad idea. Then logic kicks in, that's not a good idea. These consequences and repercussions could take place for doing something. But that initial thought is knowing I was going to have to go get that switch and be hit with that switch a few times. So
some of these kids need their ass whooped bad. They need it.
We need that discipline, man.
But man, a lot
I'm not saying beat the fuck out of them, bruises and welts.
It's not the kids, man. It's the parents are fucked up, dude. These parents ain't shit.
Well, Jimmy, go to your room, Jimmy. Go to your room and think about it, Jimmy.
You ever watch these kids on Scared Straight? They go to the prison, they see all that shit, and then I seen an episode the other day. One of the kids that was on a previous episode, he was in the fucking prison now, and he's talking to the kids. He's like, I was on here, and now I'm here, motherfucker. Yeah. Some kids are just so fucking dumb.
Scared Straight Inception.
Nothing you can do.
It's fucked up.
A good ass whooping with a switch will straighten that shit out real quick.
Real quick.
Some of those parents need a good ass whooping with a switch, dude.
That's true, too. Some of these parents
we have this issue in America to the point to where we're having children have children. And I don't only mean children have children in the sense of age. We have grown adults that have the mental capacity of teenagers. I know 30, 40-year-old women that will make the same choices that my 15-year-old sister would make. Parents got to grow up, man. They got to realize that these are lives that we're playing. It's not a video game. This is not a game of Monopoly.
But
These are people's lives.
But it didn't start with them. It started with their parents. It's like it's
a perpetuating system.
Yeah, it's generational. Man, there are people who always been on welfare, dude. Always. Never had a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. You know what I'm talking about. People.
I know exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a way of life. They just like, we sell drugs. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
exactly.
You know, if they saw you going to school, they look at that like, man, what's this? Yeah, sucker.
Yeah.
Why is he going to
nerd? Look at nerd.
He's trying to learn this shit.
He's trying to learn
this
stuff. Read
books, nigga. Yeah. You know, doing with books, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And you can't talk to people like that. I've tried.
Look at, he don't want to get in trouble. Look at him, mama's boy. You know, look, he's scared.
He's soft.
Yeah, he's soft. That's it.
You can't go to the pen like me, baby. I can go to the pen. You soft. What? I don't want to go.
But here's the bad thing, though. Here's the thing, though. But in some of these communities that we're growing up in, it'll warp a child's mind to say, "Oh, you can't go to the pen like me, baby. You can't go to the." Until a point, it's like, well,
who would want to go to jail?
I want to be a tough guy. Awesome. No, I'm just saying. It goes back to that, like Tim was saying.
Who the fuck is that?
That middle class view. When Uncle Jimmy's doing it, Uncle Jimmy sold drugs. Uncle Jimmy went to jail. Uncle Tommy sold drugs. Uncle Tommy went to jail. It's like that's what we do. You know, that's what I'm not saying that's what I do, but I'm just saying that's the thought process. That's the thought process of some of the people in some of our communities.
Right.
So
but
it's
you
like,
know what? A lot of people don't realize this. I think you might know it. Smoke, I don't know if you know. Shaggy, I don't know if you know. I don't know. But check this out. Some people don't realize, man, some motherfuckers out here, they are ruthless. Man, they really don't give a. They don't have. That's what I was saying like earlier, and I'm not trying to bring it back up. But some people don't have a moral compass. I do have a moral compass. But some people just do not. That shit don't exist, dude. They'll shoot you. They'll shoot your mother. They'll shoot, they'll rob you, stab you, kill you, rape you. Don't give a shit.
I mean, there are people.
They don't give a fuck.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
There's people on the streets that really believe, like, they graduate from the streets.
Well,
they believe that shit.
I have a guy. He's like a distant cousin, and it's like we're all from the neighborhood. You know how it is, Tim. Where everybody's from the neighborhood. Everybody hangs around from the neighborhood. Well, he was like a distant cousin, but we had a friend. It was kind of, he was like one of the guys from around the neighborhood. This guy, now, mind you, when this happened, one guy was 18, the other guy was 17. This dude, the night before, the guy got into a fist fight. He snuck in, knocked the guy out, and then you know how it goes. He's a joke of the neighborhood or whatever, right?
Right.
The next day, we go to school, and everybody's talking. We're like, man, did you hear about, what such and such did to such and such, And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, you think anything's going to happen? And he was like, nah, I don't think anything's going to happen. And then one guy was like, I'll never forget this to this day. He said, yeah, but that guy Zarek has that gun. And everybody laughed. Everybody stopped and was like, nah, he ain't doing nothing like that. The next day, he shot and killed this kid in front of a special ed school in the ghetto. And not only did he shoot him, he shot him, stood over him, and the dude said, please don't kill me, man. And he finished him in front of kids, women, everything is outside in front of a mentally handicapped kid's school, like one of those specialty schools. So like when he says some people don't care. They don't have a moral compass, and they're panthers, and they will eat you. I mean, that's the way they see the world. It's a jungle, and I'm hungry, and you looking like food right now. So, I mean, some people are like that. I completely agree with what you're saying, Tim. I completely agree.
People are fucked up, man.
I see it every day. I see it every day out there. I know people like that. I mean, sometimes you're just on the right side, sometimes you're on the bad side.
That's why, man, I'm for gun rights.
Oh, you best believe I'm trying to stay strapped.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just because, dude, you never know, man. You
exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know about automatic assault rifles and shit like that. Okay, but if somebody come in my house, hello, I mean, you have to be able to protect yourself because people really don't care. If just like you say, security. There's no such thing as privacy. That's an illusion, as we all know. There's no such thing as safety, dude. It's just they haven't got you yet. That's all that shit is. You just happen not to be in that place at that time, minding your own fucking business, and they get you. That's all I'm saying.
Like my brother said, my brother's a police officer. And one thing I always remember that he told me, because I never understood why he was, because it sounds kind of crazy, but being from the ghetto and seeing people get shot at and shot, you get a bird. You don't want to see that. You don't want to be around guns and violence and stuff like that. But he told me, he said, there's two types of people in this world. There's victims and there's victors. And I'm not about to be a victim.
Right.
There's two people, right. Victims and victors.
I mean,
and I'm not going to be a victim.
Right.
What's wrong with having guns, and what's wrong with having some background checks to make sure nutcases don't have guns? See, there's no compromise. The gun nuts want everything.
The gun nuts want a bazooka.
Compromise. Meet in the middle. You
the liberals
can have
want a
your
taser.
gun if you're not insane.
You
then
know
you
what?
get into that question, though, who defines who's insane?
What's the definition of insane? Where's the line?
You have to have a government that's not corrupt. You have to be able to trust them to do what's right. And to do that, you have to have an educated public who can elect people that aren't assholes. It's very hard to do. It's complicated. You're going to have government oversight. You have to have a good government. You can't have a shitty one that's, letting some people slide. Like, yeah, these people are tossing toxic chemicals in this lake, but they pay us. Fuck it. These other people, they don't pay us. Fuck them. We're going to shut them down. That's what happens.
But here's it goes back to having a government you can trust. Like you say, I voted for Obama and things like that, and I support Obama. But it's kind of disingenuous whenever you're over here telling me about these guns and these things that happened at Sandy Hook, and it's got people in Chicago, where you're from, dying on daily.
Because nobody cares. You can't exploit that for your political gain. Nobody cares about it.
But what I'm saying is that if you really cared, Obama, you would do something about these kids that are getting killed in these inner cities. It's a slaughter. I'm sure you know, Tim. Like, not everybody understands because not everybody comes from that environment. It's like I said, I tweeted it out. I said Obama wants to bomb Syria, but we got urban warfare in the ghettos of our cities right now. I mean, look at the murder rates in D.C., in Chicago, in L.A., in New York. It's ridiculous. I mean, but these kids got, we gotta stop the assault rifles, and we gotta stop the clip size and everything. But what about, Johnny killing Bobby, last night? What about that? What about, these people that are just getting slaughtered that are growing up?
It's not as easy to exploit something like that. Like you can exploit dead kids.
And then, like I said, it goes back to what you were saying, that you got to have a government that's not corrupt.
The shit they were saying after Sandy Hook, like, if you don't want to ban guns, you hate these children. Like, are you out of your fucking mind to even say something like that? Like, it's not a cut and dry issue like that. These fucking politicians are getting up. You must hate children, and nobody cares about those kids. Obviously, people care about those kids. You fucking retard. Jesus.
It's just everybody has influence, man. They got these lobbyists. I live in D.C., man. These lobbyists, they're in here throwing money. This is how campaigns work, man. You can't run for office without having donations. You can't run for office without having support. And I'm not saying all politicians, I do say all politicians are fucked up, but I'm not saying they didn't start out right. I mean, you can start out right, but somebody's going to come at you and be like, we need you to do this. Or you're going to need something. And that's just the way the system's set up, man. It's fucked up. You can have the best intentions. Now, I'm not saying Obama had the best intentions. I don't know. But I'm saying any politician. I don't think all politicians start off corrupt, is all I'm saying.
No, they don't start off corrupt, but they get there.
There you go.
This is what I believe.
And it starts early, too.
Who really cares what I believe? But I'm saying, but here's the thing, though. I think, but to even get in that game, to even get on that playing field, you have to be susceptible to some type of corruption from the get-go. There's some people that aren't made for that.
How hard is it to pass a law and just say, if you're a politician, you can't take money from anybody? And instead of all these fundraising, just give the politicians that are running time on TV to debate and stuff. We don't need all these campaign ads. Put these motherfuckers in a room and let them talk, and let's see who's got a brain. Fuck all these speech writers. Put these 2 motherfuckers in a room, or 3 or 4 motherfuckers, and let them talk. Let's see who sounds like dumb and who sounds smart. It's not that hard.
They tried that with debates, but then we get to talk about, we don't. Well, here's the 2 problems with when anybody debates. There's no fact checks. you can say whatever you want, and then your party will stand up and clap for you. It can
Well,
be
you need a guy
BS.
in the middle that has no agenda. He just.
Do you remember when that chick from CNN called out Mitt Romney, and it was everybody lost their mind whenever she said, you know what I'm talking about, Tim. I see you shaking your head. The woman from CNN, I can't think of her name, but whenever
Candy Crawley.
Yeah, and she said, "No, that's not true." They lost their mind. How dare she?
Oh, the crowd.
Well, part of the reason they said that because Obama lied too, and she ain't called his ass out. So, like, if you're gonna call Romney out, you gotta call Obama on his bullshit too. But she was right; Romney was lying. But so Obama lies too. So hey, they all lie, man. Fuck it.
They all
fucking lie, man.
No, and but going back to how we started this podcast, let's be honest. How many politicians are in a hotel room right now with a hooker? Let's be honest.
All of them.
A gay hooker.
I guarantee
you. I would give you a real number. How many politicians have slept with a hooker this week? I would say probably about 40.
How many politicians have slept with a guy this week? You'd be surprised to know that shit.
About 45 to 50%, I think.
Like all these guys that are against gay marriage, these politicians, they always get caught fucking a guy. They always get caught in the bathroom at the airport, tapping their foot under the stall.
But look at us. America does that. We're so crazy. Look, man. We crucify Anthony Weiner. For what? Text messages.
Showing his wiener?
Text messages. The Bama sent text messages, man. He didn't send, he didn't commit treason and send defense schematics. He sent a text message to a woman. And we crucified the motherfucker. And he was actually good at his job. He's actually
Here's the thing, though.
He's actually was good for New York, for real.
We asked the wrong question. Here's my take on it. Should he have had consequences for doing that? Yes, but it's not because he decided to send a picture to a woman. The question is would he be susceptible to blackmail? And would he be in? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm saying though, we asked the wrong question. We crucified. How could he dare send those photos to that young lady?
What? Who cares? Okay, the guy's the mayor. What was he running for? Mayor?
Yeah, he started now. Yeah, he just
the
lost.
Mayor. Oh my God, the mayor. You won't believe this. The mayor. He sent a picture of his dick to a girl. Who the fuck hasn't done that? And why should I care? Why should I care that he did that? What does that have to do with
No. Well, I'm saying I don't care. That has nothing to do with his ability to run the government. But I'm just saying I'm playing.
It tells me he's a guy. That's what it tells me. He's a.
I'm playing devil's advocate. But what I'm saying is the funny thing about that situation is they'll say, "Oh my God, look at those photos he sent while they're taking a pic of themselves, sending it while they're how dare that guy do something like
What
that?
about John McCain? Hey, Smokey, what about McCain sitting in that meeting playing on this fucking smartphone?
Playing cell phone games. Playing cell phone games.
Playing Zelda shit. What the fuck was he doing, Smoke?
I'd have been doing that at my job.
Candy Crush. Wasn't it Candy Crush? Or something? What was he playing?
He's playing poker.
Poker, okay.
If that was us, we'd all been fired immediately.
Right.
Working at McDonald's doing that shit, they fire you.
Yeah.
Be back here faking the fries. Get off that poker.
Yeah. Stop playing poker.
Motherfucker sitting in on a hearing about war.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
You know what can happen if you're playing poker and you spill too much salt and somebody has a cholesterol attack or something? Are you crazy? Well, this guy's in here playing poker and we're about to blow half the world up and he's in here playing poker.
He ain't hearing a word that shit. And the reason he didn't care is because he was like, well, I already knew about it anyway. Bullshit. Then why have the hearing if you already knew about it? Why even show the fuck up?
Here's the thing about these guys that we understand, but other people don't understand. The reason why they're able to do this is because when the stuff hits the fan, they don't care. They got the money, they got the yachts, they got the planes to get the hell out of here whenever the stuff hits the fan. We're going to be the ones sitting around looking in the sky, what's going on, looking for the food, trying to scavenge at Walmart. They're going to be up in Air Force One. They're going to be on the coast of Italy eating crepes and grape poop pie and drinking some wine that nobody can even spell. You know what I'm saying? Laughing like, oh, man. Whew. I told you it was crazy. Good thing we got out of there when you said so, Jimmy. Yeah, you're like, we're going to be the ones over here stuck over here dying. And they're going to be the ones over there with that blind.
The thing that a lot of people don't understand about Congress is that every congressman is there to get reelected next term. So a lot of the shit they
term limits. We need term limits.
That's really what it's about, man. I mean, we argue a lot about the Republicans and the Democrats, but for real, it's about what their constituents want. And if you, in your district, your voters, the people that have put you in a job or out of job, want you to go a certain way, you tend to go that way.
But it's kind of BS at the same time. It's BS at the same time because what they do is they lie. So most people are intelligent enough. See, we follow this stuff. You know, we actually read documents. You see what I'm saying? We actually, you know, you can make logical decisions. You know what I'm saying? You have critical thought. So a guy can't come around every 2 years and feed us a line of BS. He's like, no, I read that paper and I saw that video, what you said 2 years ago. You're lying to me. That's not what you're doing. Some people are, okay, yeah, woo. Obamacare, woo, dude, no. So they trick those type of people, and then when they get into Tim, you cracking me up, man. When they get into office, they're in it for their own interests. They're not worried about their constituents. They're thinking about, well, I know the Koch brothers will pay me this amount or fund this certain group that I'm supporting if I go ahead and pass this bill. So I own 1 million shares of Corporation X, and if I do Solution Y, then I'll get Z amount of dollars.
Did you see that article about those politicians who were wanting to go to war with Syria, and they were all getting paid by the weapons companies? They had received huge contracts from these weapons and military companies because war is good for business when you're building bombs and shit. If you own a company that builds bombs, you want
military-industrial complex.
Now, how can you have politicians voting to go to war who are accepting money from people that build bombs? It's out of control.
But then the way they lie to us. But remember, the argument was supposed to be about, should we send our boys over there to get killed? We shouldn't put our boys in harm's way. Well, no, it's not about putting our boys in harm's way. It's about, am I gonna make that dollar off of that bomb they're gonna build to blow those? You know, they don't care. It's a dollar game to them. How many greenbacks can I get up from doing it? It's a math problem. That's what it is. If I do X, I can get Y profit from it. If I do Z, I'll get R profit from it. Here's the funny thing about it though. We just accept this form of democracy like it's just the most brilliant idea to ever kiss the face of the earth. Like, whoever thought it was a good idea for 437 people to rule the world? I mean, think about it. We have 100 senators, 435 representatives in the House, 100 senators, a president and a vice president. 537 people run this world. When did we sign on for that? You know what I'm saying? You're like, who signed up for? Did you sign up for that, Tim? I didn't sign up for that. Did you sign up for it, Smokey? I know Shaggy didn't sign up for it. It's crazy.
Most people are too stupid though to run the world. There's nothing wrong with our government the way it's set up. It's just corrupt. If you put good people in all those positions, like good people,
dude,
smart, good people can solve all these problems.
Anything that has money tied to it is going to get corrupt, Smoke.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, even with, I
don't care, man.
And like I said, it kind of goes back to that saying that I said, I know I'm beating it with a dead horse, but screw your feelings, deal with reality. You're not going to get an infested system. It's infested. You have to have already sold your soul to get into the Congress building.
You got to make some changes
you got to sell. You got to sell your soul, or you got to rescue some babies out of a burning building. One of the two. You know. Yeah. One of the two.
That's why I could never do the shit. I ain't running for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I run for some pussy, maybe. If she can go, fine.
Maybe,
but I ain't running.
But there is no point in running if you want to fix things, because as soon as you come out there and say, I'm going to fix all this shit, you're dead. As soon as you try to actually fix something, you're going to die. I'm going to shoot your ass.
No. It's worse. No. And see, that's the thing with people. There's fate's worse than death. Oh no. Oh, you want to do your little NSA buddies? You want to really cause somebody some havoc? Let's hack into your emails and put some child porn on your computer.
But if you're really a threat, they're going to kill your ass. And then they're going to kill you, and then they're going to use your death to pass some shit you didn't want at all. They're going to use your death to pass the shit you was trying to prevent. That's what they're going to do.
Look, they're going to clear Clayton Bigsby, and then they're going to have the Clayton Bigsby bill. In the memory of Bigsby. We do this in your honor.
All right, we gotta wrap it up because I got other stuff to do. I gotta get off here.
All right, man.
We've done 3 hours. That's pretty long. It's more than I expected.
Man.
I thought it was pretty good.
Good stuff.
We're going for 9 p.m. next week, correct? Correct, 9 p.m. next week.
Hey, I told Leonard Washington I'd give him a shout out.
Leonard Washington.
Leonard Washington.
Leonard Washington.
Leonard Washington.
So I gave him a shout out there. Anyway.
Hey, what's up, Leonard? All right, Leonard. Be good, Leonard.
Give out your channels or whatever you want to send out.
Okay.
Check your shit out.
Well, you know where you guys can catch me at. You catch me on Twitter at TimBartender, and you go there, you can find my other shit, my YouTube shit as well.
All right, man. It's Captain Kenneth at Captain Kenneth with a K. Captain Kenneth with a K. Same on the YouTube. I don't have a lot of videos, but they're coming. Let's make this thing happen. TBS Podcast. Best on YouTube. I'm calling it now.
I don't do a lot of bullshit. Twitter, Shaggy_27. Follow me if you want. I don't give a fuck.
You barely even tweet.
Shaggy didn't sign up for this.
I'll put all the links in the description, too.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
Yeah, Shaggy didn't sign up for this.
I didn't sign up for this shit, man.
Peace out.
All right, guys.
Take it easy.
Tim's wristwatch.
Hey,
Shaggy's beard.
Yeah.